I'm addicted to success.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 70.
Yeah, 70 on you hoes.
Let me start right there, because I just told this whole nigga right here, I was like, yo, we on episode 70, so get your thing together.
I was trying to fix my volume, man. It was blaring through the headphones.
Oh, man. My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods, and with me is my best man in all the podcast land, Mr. B. Hill.
Greetings, friends. Greetings. I hope you're doing well. Hope the week's treating you nice. Hope you've gotten everything that you acquired in life. And continued blessings to you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Yoda. How have you been?
Pretty good, man.
How was the birthday? That's what I want to know.
Birthday was cool, man. Pretty uneventful. I ain't do much. Thursday, I got a facial and a massage.
You should have had a straw with that.
Pre-birthday, it was pretty dope. The facials are my favorite. Like, massages are cool, but if you've never had a facial,
I'm facial. I'm facial all day. I don't even like massages because I don't like strangers touching me.
Oh, I mean, it's a facial. That's what.
No, I'm saying I don't like massages. That's why I always get facials.
That's a stranger touching you too, though, right?
But not my body. It's my face.
Gotcha. Well, they fuck with your shoulders and your neck and shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
That shit's fire. But yeah, I fall asleep every time. Like, every fucking
You had
time.
a man or a woman masseuse?
Oh, I don't do men. It's gay. So yeah, nothing wrong with that if you enjoy that. But for me, I don't enjoy that.
But you don't think they can get the knots out? You don't think they can get the knots out better? That's what I hear.
Bitch.
Oh, wow.
Big unattractive bitch. That bitch was like,
oh, God.
She had like started on my arms and shit. And like, you know how they like massage your forearms and your arms and your hands? And like her fucking, like her belly kept hitting my hand and shit. I was like, ugh.
Oh, man. So like
shit.
the same person did the massage and the facial?
Nah. It was
okay.
It was like a little skinny white girl that did the facial. She did a good job. She was like, you want me to talk to you while I'm doing it? I was like, you can try, but I probably won't fall asleep.
You should just be like, no.
I mean, I don't mind because you could tell me what you're doing, but I was going to fall asleep. So, which I did. I always fall asleep on my facials. Them shits be so fucking relaxing. I love facials. Them shits is excellent.
Yeah, I love
so that was
too.
that Thursday. I went out Thursday a little bit, like went to my homeboy's house and got stoned. And Friday, I was supposed to go to the dealer's auction and try to buy me a car, but my homeboy is one of the most unreliable people in the world, and he did not fail me at all. He fucking did not answer the phone and text me like 12:30, like, "Oh, I just woke up," and I didn't even respond.
That was your birthday. The Friday was your actual birthday,
correct?
Right? A nigga stood you up on your birthday.
Yeah, ho man.
Hey man, nah man,
yeah,
that ain't your
I'm
nigga.
trying to buy a car, bro. He like, yeah, we can go anytime. I was like, well, I can't go anytime because I have a job. So yeah,
he don't have a job.
Nah. I mean, he does all type of shit.
Okay.
But, nowhere he doesn't have a commitment where he has to be anywhere at a specific time.
Yeah, he sound like a person that can't handle commitment, period. Because he don't have no like steady job, and he always standing you up and shit.
He ain't always standing me up, but he's just unreliable in certain aspects, like certain things you just know not to call him for. So
that's crazy.
So I ain't do that. So I ended up what I had to do. I had my son, one of my best friends. He took me to lunch downtown and went to Morgan Street Food Hall with the Oak City Fish and Chips, and just so happened that my homegirl was there and she gave me free food for my birthday, so shout out to her. Shout out to E. John.
Nice.
And what did I do? That was pretty much it. Like later on I went to it's a little like hibachi spot, kind of like similar to Konki, but it's in Cary, called Kabuki. A little less expensive than Konki and gonna give you more food, and it's just as good. Yeah. Actually a little bit better. And so I went there and had dinner, and then we went to the strip club later on. Me and my old lady and then a bunch of my people and shit went to the strip club. And
how was that? How was that? Was it topless or was it a real strip club? Was it a titty bar or a strip club?
It was a strip club. We went to Diamond Girls, wasn't that special. I mean,
so they get all the way naked?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
You can't remember if you saw a vagina or not?
I mean, because it wasn't no bad bitches in there like that. It was cool. It was a couple of like twins. They was cool. And then it was like, so one of my homeboys, right? It's hit or miss. Like Diamond Girls, you might like, it might be a whole bunch of bad bitches in there, or it might not be. And this one was like, it was like 3 bad bitches in there, or maybe 3 and a possible. And so one of my homeboys that came and shit with me and shit, and he like white bitches, so he took like one of this particular white bitch out before, you know what I'm saying, like just on like casually at the bar, and like they was just drinking and shit, and then like so he ain't know she stripped, and she ain't know that he was gonna be in there, so like they both were like that's that odd stripper moment, like you ain't know I stripped and I ain't know you stripped type shit, so they saw each other. She tried to like go away on the other side. So anyway, long story short, he ended up like eventually talking to her and shit, and then took her upstairs because like for a little private lap dance, I guess, or whatever.
Oh, and, or whatever, probably a little bit more or whatever.
So he was like
champagne.
He was like, the shit was $25 for the private lap dance or whatever, and like he was like, the bitch was like, "You want another dance?" He was like, "No, I want my money back. Your pussy stink."
Wow.
Well, that shit had me fucking weak. He was like, "Man, that bitch pussy was stinking, man." Like, he was mad as fuck. And she had a big ass stomach and shit. She was wild looking. Like,
wait, so she was wild looking and had a big stomach before they went upstairs.
She was a cute girl, but she just like, she was thick. She just was overweight. Like, she just needed to like lose 15 pounds. Maybe 20. More like 25.
This is escalating fast.
Yeah,
this is escalating very fast.
But it was cool. We had a good time. And then Saturday, I ain't do shit. I ain't go to the Dreamville Fest, so I just kicked it around the crib. I don't even remember what the fuck I did Saturday.
What was the local response on that Dreamville?
I knew a lot of people that went. They said they enjoyed it. They said the fact that you couldn't sit down was fucking trash. They said that the food, the lines for everything.
What you mean? They was expecting to sit down at a festival?
Yeah.
Nah. They don't really be having places to sit unless you got like a VIP tent or something at a festival. Chairs. Some you can. Most of them you can't.
Yeah.
They ain't having where you can rent chairs. Some of them be having where you can rent a chair though.
They ain't have no chairs for rent. That shit is trash. You should be able to bring some chairs with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a concert. Raleigh Durham ain't used to festivals. It's a festival.
Yeah, you should still be able to sit down.
I ain't never seen no festival where you just sitting down, bro.
You should be able to though. If it's fucking 40 acres of land, you should be able to accommodate people, and they should be able to bring chairs.
Your blanket and shit if you want to sit down and chill.
You should be able to bring a chair.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I'm just saying how festivals go. I know Raleigh Durham is getting their first festivals, but y'all gotta get used to that. They ain't letting you bring no chairs in that bitch.
It was 40,000 people, so they clearly didn't have a problem with it. I just personally couldn't do it. I ain't standing for 9 hours. I'm cool. And then it rained all day Friday, so the ground was wet, so you couldn't bring a blanket. So if you did bring a blanket, you had to bring some plastic with it. And then they said that the food, like they didn't have as many vendors as you would think to accommodate 40,000 people. So like you had to risk your life, not risk your life, but risk 2 hours of your life standing in line.
Oh, just standing in line?
Yeah. Like
that seemed like an easy spot to make a lot of money.
Yeah,
Didn't you say your homegirl got food trucks?
Just so like it was 40,000 people there, right? So the cheapest tickets they had like last year were like 85, and then like the tickets for the past 6 months to a year, I guess, were like 120, and then the VIP. So I just said, fuck it, right? If it's 40,000 people, and just say for example, just for shits and giggles, they gave away 3,000 tickets, right? But you charge everybody else, because my homegirl, she worked for the city of Raleigh. Shout out to Carmen. She went. So like she was working there, so like they had like vendor booths and shit like that, but she didn't have to pay. So I'm thinking like boom. So it was a lot of people out there in terms of like, you know, vendors and people working and doing different things like that. So just for sake of argument, they gave away 3,000 tickets. So 37,000 people, and if you do an average between like the 85, the 120, the VIP, that was like $170.
Carry the one, yeah.
That shit is $40 million. Like at 120, 37,000 times 120.
We got you, bro.
And I'm like, shit. So maybe he spent like $1 million just on like paying all the artists and shit, right? And then he probably paid himself out his own LLC. So, and then all the vendors and the food trucks and all the other different people, because they had like tattoo artists and people, with all different type, like CBD people, all type of shit.
Yeah.
So everybody paying, like a vendor role. So
Yep.
he clearly could have made like $2.5-3 million. And then the nigga just got in his car and drove home, because J. Cole stay in Raleigh, like he stay up like by Wakefield or some shit.
Oh, where? I thought he lived in Fayetteville. He don't live in Fayetteville. I always assume he lived in Fayetteville.
Nah, that nigga stay in Raleigh. That nigga
Oh, that's
Raleigh
what's
like
up.
that.
He was staying Wakefield Plantation.
Yeah, he stay. I don't know if he stayed there necessarily, but he stay out that way.
Oh, that's what's up. I've always thought when I've heard all of these songs and he talking about where he at, I always assume he was in the Ville. Like he was still in the
That nigga
Ville.
be in Raleigh like shit.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I don't never hear no J. Cole sightings from people I know.
Word?
For my
That's
timeline.
crazy. I see that nigga all the time. I seen that nigga. He used to play at a damn rec league. He played for the city of Raleigh, like in an adult league and shit. He played on my man team.
Oh, you ain't never brought that up, and you be ready to name drop.
Oh man.
Well, from the individuals that I know who went and from my timeline, everybody said they had a really good time. I said I'll probably go next year. At first I was gonna go, and then I decided I'm gonna get him a year to kind of work the kinks out. So I'll probably go next year, but from what I saw online, from the people that I know that's in that area that went and the people that I actually talked to, everybody said that they had a good time. I was like 9, how many out of 10? And either people said 9 or 10. So seemed like it was a really good time, but I'll definitely go next year.
Everybody I talked to said they had a good time outside of just being there all fucking day, but it was dope.
Yeah, that's what's up. My weekend was good. I can't really complain. Well, I guess I can complain because I went and saw Pet Sematary. And Pet Sematary is one of my favorite like horror movies, like as a child. Like I done told y'all a lot of times on this podcast that, my dad was a big horror movie fan, and we've been watching them since we were young, like super young. Like I'm surprised we don't have nightmares and shit like that, because we've been watching them. But Pet Sematary was one of my faves, and they fucked up Pet Sematary. They tried to put like a little twist on it, and it had some legs to it. Like I thought it was going to go somewhere, but that shit was trash. Like it was trash. They could have literally remade the old Pet Sematary. Like they could have just remade the old Pet Sematary like scene for scene, and it would have been better. Like, so don't go see that shit. You ain't never seen Pet Sematary?
Nah.
Bro, Pet Sematary is a fucking classic. You got a baby that comes back from the dead to kill his parents. That shit live. If you ever chilling, you always straight on some shit. I just want y'all to know. See, this is exactly how the conversations go. When I tell him about some shit, he go, I'm straight. If I don't like horror movies,
I don't really like horror movies.
Why you don't like horror movies?
I don't know. Them just be demonic. I don't really fuck with demons and devils and shit like that.
It's a lot of different genres of horror.
I mean, I watched Jason and shit, and like the last Michael Myers I seen, like the Halloween with Rob Zombie and shit. That shit was too gruesome for me. I was straight. I was like, nah, I ain't watching that shit. And then, like I like the Saws. Like Saws, like the first 3 Saws were pretty good. After that, it got weird. But I ain't really big into like horror movies.
Yeah, kind of like I ain't big in like the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I guess. Even though you never watched it, so you wouldn't know if you were good.
Yeah, and you haven't watched the movies that I'm talking about. But we digress because we can go down this road.
I mean, I've watched horror movies though. You just haven't watched Game of Thrones at all.
But I would tell y'all, don't go see that. Don't go see it. It should have been a straight to Netflix special. I tried oysters again against my will, just to satisfy someone else, and they were trash again. I cannot stand them. That is the most disgusting thing ever. I don't like the texture. It's trash. It's trash. It's trash.
Fried oysters is different though. You should try those. But like half shell, oysters in a half shell is fucking trash.
If somebody else order that shit, I might try, but I'm never ordering an oyster ever. So somebody else got to order and me like, oh, let me try the fried joint. Cause that shit is disgusting, and I don't see how y'all eat that shit. Like, I don't know what y'all get out that shit. That shit is like fucking mucus of the sea. Like, no, like
that shit is
is pollen
and allergy day.
Hey, that shit is disgusting. It's like swallowing a jellyfish. I'm not doing that shit. Don't ask me again. I'm not doing the shit. I don't care. Oh, but other than those two trash experiences, I had a good weekend. I did end up watching The Chi. We talked about that yesterday.
That shit was good, boy.
That shit was crazy.
I don't know why they did grandma like that.
Bruh, when that shit happened to grandma.
That was fucked up. Why you do grandma? Like, that shit was, and why? Why did you do grandma?
My mouth was wide open. I was just looking like, oh shit.
Like, what were they looking for? I guess we'll find out next episode.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out next episode, man.
It's fucking Ronnie, man. Yeah. Ronnie and his fucking punk ass voice. My grandma. I fucking hate him.
Listen, Ronnie, I need to know how old Ronnie is.
Ronnie is 77.
Because I'm like, he kept saying grandma. I thought it would have been at least his mama. And he keeps saying grandma. I'm like, how old are you, bro?
Because your voice is 87.
And he looked 87. Even when they tried to do the young flashback, he still looked 87. Like, everything about him seemed old to me.
Come on. Don't shoot me. Fuck up.
That's spot on, bro.
I hate that nigga voice. I do great impersonation.
That's spot on. I see my man Papa lost some weight.
Papa ain't lose no goddamn weight.
Papa did lose weight. And the other boy got tall. You can see puberty happening with them little boys.
Papa ain't lose no weight. He just got tall.
Papa did lose.
He's still fat.
He's still fat, but he not as, he don't look like Cleveland Brown Jr. like he used to. He kind of look like Cleveland Brown now.
He funny now.
Hey, they gotta get Papa a different haircut, bro.
Yeah, Papa shit, yeah.
He looked like Cleveland Brown, bro.
But I think it's supposed to be like that because he like a preacher's son and shit. You know what I mean? So he kind of square.
But Papa be with the shits low key, like especially this episode. Like he was kind of with the shits. That boxing scene was funny. Like, and the niggas listen to him too. Like, all right, like we gotta do what this nigga Papa say. He a leader. Papa, y'all knew Nipsey, man. Don't do Papa like that. He gonna lead some shit. Papa gonna lead y'all to where y'all need to be, man. But we gotta get him a different haircut. But I'm glad the Shy's
He
back,
look like the
man.
nigga from he like the nigga from Girlfriends.
He do look like William.
That was his name,
man.
William.
Yeah, his name was William. Oh man, don't do Papa like that.
Gay ass William.
Hey, when more recent pictures came out of him like last year and shit, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with William, man? Man, shout out to Girlfriends. We definitely need a something. I love the Girlfriends, and Sex and the City is coming back with a show or either a movie or something, and it's basically gonna pick up, but they're gonna be like in their 50s in New York. Right. So that should be interesting. I got on Sex and the City like kind of late, but it was cool. I would watch it and see what's going on with that. But yeah, man. You tried to call me out in the Instagram streets about Game of Thrones because winter is back. Right? Yeah, I started watching.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining.
You're welcome. I ain't started watching that shit.
Come on Sunday. I can't wait.
Y'all hype. Y'all having watch parties or what the gots doing? What's Game of Thrones fans called? Throne Hive?
That's a good question. I don't know. I ain't a part of no fucking hive and shit. I just like to watch that
shit. You Throne Hive.
I mean, hell yeah. But I ain't got no cool names and shit.
Oh man. That's what
I can't fucking wait. That shit come on Sunday though. Bow.
Yeah.
And Avengers come out next week. Ooh, even more bow.
Oh yeah.
I think Avengers come out next week. It's either the next week or the week after next.
So what just came out? What was the Thanos movie?
That was Avengers.
So how's Avengers coming out every 3 months?
That shit came out last year.
Don't it usually take like a couple years for those movies because they such big production?
Yeah,
I guess they speeding it up.
Yeah, they've been filming them. Them shits just keep filming, I guess. I don't know. But that shit came out. Avengers came out. Shit, was it last year?
Yeah,
it definitely
last
this year. This is 2019.
Yeah, it came out like mid or late last year. Like it wasn't the normal back to back.
It was like April last year. It was around this time last year.
Okay. That's still pretty quick for a movie of that magnitude.
I can't wait.
That's what's up. You know, I'm selective. I'm not really a superhero movie fan either. So I can't really get into fantasy shit like that. But, you know, I definitely rocked with Black Panther and all that. But shout out to all the superhero heads, and shout out to all the video game heads that want to talk about video games all the fucking time. Like, adults sitting around talking about video games, not even playing video games, but fucking talking about video games all the time. Like, all right, shout out to y'all niggas. You ready to get into some little shit? I don't have no Brown and Proud. You got any Brown and Proud?
Nipsey funeral is this weekend, right?
Yeah, but we getting into that.
So what Brown and Proud. I'm proud of Nipsey, man. I hate this. Like, this shit still fucking me up. I just be randomly thinking about my boy. Like, so he just lived a good life, man. That nigga was smart as fuck. He was just a dope nigga, man. So, yeah. Shout out to Boosie for selling 300 records and him getting mad.
I got that too. We'll talk about that. Man. We'll talk about that.
Nigga shit was so fucking funny, man. Y'all niggas, y'all get off my goddamn live. He said all the numbers should drop, but 300. Why the numbers ain't dropping? That shit was so funny, man. Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess since you decided to keep going with, let's talk about it. Why did Boosie only sell 300? Because you don't be listening to me. Why did Boosie only sell 300? What was up with that? That was crazy. I saw that shit.
That shit was funny, the motherfucker, man. That nigga, like, he was looking away. He looked like somebody did it. That motherfucker looked away like, y'all motherfuckers ain't buying my goddamn album. Y'all be on here entertaining y'all niggas all day. We be laughing and busting it up. And y'all motherfuckers ain't but 300 of y'all bought my fucking album. He said, so my numbers on this live should drop. It should be only 300.
Listen, I thought like that was
3,800 and shit. That shit was funny as fuck.
I thought that was funny as fuck, and I thought that was real life as fuck. Go out here and think you got all these motherfucking friends and supporters and all this shit, then try to launch some shit or sell some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Where they at?
That shit don't matter. I think, and it's funny because like me and my cousin were having a conversation about this because like he don't really like the new, like say like a Jeezy come out or a T.I. or Wayne or Gucci, like any of the like old staple artists that like we grew up with and shit. Like he'll listen to it and shit, but he don't be like, he'll fuck around and just play like trap music or some shit or play like some old Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't really fuck, like niggas don't be fucking with the new shit. And I think like just like, you know what I mean? Like niggas just kind of get like they want the old shit, you know what I'm saying? Versus the new shit, which the new shit be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to Boosie album. I like a good 75% of it, but, in terms of, I don't know, I ain't like added to my playlist and then I listen to it, right. But like, I don't know. I think niggas just kind of be with the old shit. Like all the old niggas albums outside of maybe Gucci, cause he had that couple joints go platinum since he came home and shit. But, like Jeezy and Tip, Wayne went crazy and shit cause that's Wayne. He one of the greatest, but I feel
like it's a lot of old niggas that still do pretty good numbers. You got Ross.
Comparatively,
you got Jeezy. Really. You got, ain't too many people unless you're talking about a Drake or somebody that's gonna do the same numbers from when you first came out. But even like their
singles though, like Gucci, like that shit with Bruno Mars and Lil Stupid Black, that shit went like double platinum or platinum. Granted it's a little different with streams and shit like that. But like actual album sales and shit, I don't think that shit is actually double platinum. So I think it's like false perception. But
is Boosie a platinum artist though?
He got platinum singles like "Wipe Me Down."
Singles, but do he have platinum albums? Because he's talking about his album singles.
No, he ain't got platinum albums. But he probably got a gold. Like Boosie Badass probably went. I know Super Bad went like gold. He a gold artist. Like, but he's an old artist. Like it was a different type of marketing and people bought music then, you know what I'm saying, versus streaming and shit. So
yeah,
pretty sure his streaming numbers is crazy. Like just
we talking about artists like old staples who probably when they came out they'll do double triple platinum. So now you know they probably doing gold and over time it probably go platinum over a while. I don't know. I just don't. I never hear Boosie music like. what's the last hit Boosie had? Has he had a hit in the last 5 years?
Shit, he only been home 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
and
true.
He just got locked back up, so I hope.
Boosie home, niggas. Somebody said Boosie got locked up to sell his album and he still didn't sell shit. That rollout is dying. The controversy rollout.
He lucky. He just got off parole too, so he lucky he got off parole after a while.
True. Because
otherwise he'd be sent back up. But yeah, he got locked up with some bud and a ratchet.
Damn. And he got out?
Yeah. He had a security guard, quote unquote. But,
okay.
He had he had like a half of some bud and then and a pistol. But I didn't say the pistol.
I saw the marijuana shit, but I ain't see the
But he a felon though, so like he can't be around no pistol at all. Unless the nigga that was with him took the charge, but even still, like
I'm pretty sure that's what happened if it's going like you telling me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way, because outside of him, he a felon. He can't be around no pistol. Like, that shit is an automatic 5 years.
Yeah. Well, Boosie, we glad you home. My daddy home, niggas. My daddy home. How's his daughter now? I feel like she should be like 15. Hey, that shit was funny. Right, he do got a rack of kids. He only got like 10 kids or some shit.
I don't know. Probably about 6, 7.
Okay. I know it was up there. I was talking about something earlier today, and I was like, he trying to keep up with his new wife and her 17 kids. She was like, Dad, she got 17 kids. I was like, anything over 2 is 17 to me. But the chick did have like 6 kids.
Who's the new wife?
Not him personally. I was talking about somebody.
Oh, okay.
And we was just having a conversation about somebody we knew, but I was talking about the ratio of kids. That's like, damn, 17. I was like, anything over 2 is 17 to me. Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Like, but the person we talking about had like 6 kids. He married a bitch with like 6 kids. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's get into some lit or shit. What you drinking with the ice in it, bro?
Oh, I got a little kettle.
Oh, you got kettle with the ice in it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Like a little kettle with a little chill.
Oh, a little chill on it.
Oh, I went to see Toby Nwingwe too on Wednesday. That was dope. Real dope.
Okay.
Shout out
how many albums he got?
He sold that bitch out twice. Like, he sold Durham. He had 2 shows in Durham, and he was saying like he's super like 100% independent, no labels, no nothing.
Oh, well, he should make good money then.
Hell yeah, he killing that shit. He sold Durham out. He sold the Motorco out. That was dope. So I think he had a show, because we went Wednesday. I guess he had a show Tuesday, or maybe earlier that day. I don't know, but it was.
Was that part of your birthday celebration?
Just so happened to be. I mean, it wasn't like planned. Okay. He just happened to be in the city on that week. So
that's what's up.
But yeah, it was dope, man. He was really talented dude. I'm really old though, because he had like these light fucking shits, and I like almost had epilepsy in that motherfucker real quick. Like, he had all these fucking strobing lights, and like, the shit was bright as fuck. So I had to like look away like every 120 seconds. So,
damn it, man.
Yeah, that shit was wild. But he's super talented. His girl, like his producer is a girl.
And for the people who don't know, give him a little bit of background on who he is, because I doubt everybody knows.
Oh, his name Toby Nwingwe. He an African nigga from Texas, Houston. He got a crazy following. Like, he's got, I don't know how many followers he got, but like, he got millions and millions of views. But he's dope. His signature song is called "I'm Dope," and it's got features. It's not a feature. It's just like Dave Chappelle and Erykah Badu told him it was dope, so he made a song out of that shit, and that shit is an amazing song. And he just real dope. I mean, I can't really think of anything else to say, but he rap and shit. And he used to play football or something, but he really dope rapper.
Okay. He a conscious rapper.
Yeah, he a conscious rapper, but not really though. Like, not all. He don't cuss, which was weird. Like, not weird, but it was just interesting. I'm like, damn, he ain't cuss the whole time.
You like, where the bitches and the hoes and the motherfuckers at?
None of that shit. Which was because I listen. My wife listened to a lot of his music because I put her on to him, and then she kind of just took off and shit. So
that's good. At least you can listen in front of the children.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, but yeah, it was so Toby Nwingwe. I don't know how to spell his last name because it's African and shit. But Toby is Tobe, and he's like, and it's Nwingwe, Nwinge or some shit. But yeah, he put on a really good show. So
That's
check out his
up.
music. I think y'all like it.
Shout out to Toby Nwingwe, and I've heard a little bit of his stuff off of B's recommendations. But he sounds really, really cool, and that's what's up.
And he just said he had a conversation with Hov, so some shit might be coming to the works. But
Hov know what's popping too. Hov
Hov be on it.
Hov be on it. Hov know the waves. Hov know. Hov is a businessman. He see money moving. He see it. Shout out to Hov, man. Back to little shit. I am back on my Jack and Coke because I was trying to do well and drink wine, but then I looked at the calorie intake and it was better for me to drink Jack and Coke. So I moved back to Jack and Coke because a glass of wine was like 364 calories. I got to get ready to go to Jamaica. I can't be drinking fucking 800 calories.
Is that with 2 piece on?
Could be. You never know.
Shit.
It depends on where I get to by the time I go to Jamaica. Might be shit butt naked out that bitch.
They do be having them.
Oh yeah, and my resort adult only, my nigga. So anything can happen.
Definitely.
Hey, shout out to the squad going. Shout out to the squad. Y'all know who y'all are. We gonna have a good time. But in little shit, let's give the Nipsey update. That
rest in peace,
he
my
was
dog.
going towards. So Nipsey funeral will be held at the Staples Center on Thursday, and it's a 21,000 seat venue.
21.
For y'all who don't know, the last funeral that was held there was Michael Jackson. Nipsey's procession will cover over 25 miles of South LA. The casket will travel from a few important landmarks, including the Marathon clothing store. His family wanted to make sure that everybody who loved Nipsey had a chance to show their love and appreciation to Nipsey, which I think is super dope. The tickets were free, for residents of, Los Angeles with proof of ID. So that was dope. And the tickets sold out. I guess if sold out is the right term, if the tickets were free, sold out in less than 10 minutes. There are also, lame niggas, out here, reselling tickets for $400 and $500. Like, y'all probably going to hell for that.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. That's why we can't get ahead. Like, just shit like that. Like, all this shit. Like, as much shit as we just, like, how he's been revered and the things that he's spoken about, like, niggas still gonna nig, boy. That shit, you gotta, if we ain't nothing, we consistent with some fuck shit. That shit is crazy, man. Like, we are just the fucking worst.
Well, we don't necessarily know that the resellers were black. We don't know that. I mean, it's a high probabty of colorism.
That. I mean, 89% of them were definitely black. It's definitely some niggas like, on the point, like, tickets. I got your tickets. Hey, you need tickets? You got tickets? You want tickets? I got tickets. Like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck on, I'm in here with goddamn grieving.
Got them funeral tickets, would you?
Got them funeral tickets.
See, you got on black, got them tickets.
Tickets.
You got on that blue.
Fuck
hey,
off.
Everybody should wear blue to that joint. That'll be lit. Is this the biggest, like, funeral in hip hop history to date? If you think of 21,000,
I mean, big in them shit. I think because social media has such a an effect on it now, because it's just like he has such a large reach. I mean, I don't remember what big shit was. I guess big shit was pretty live, but I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember it being as publicized. I don't remember Pac shit at all. Like, I don't remember nothing about Pac shit.
Because Pac not dead. Pac listening to this podcast. What up, Pac? Pac.
Picture me rolling, Pac. Picture me rolling.
If Pac was in Cuba last time we heard.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, even still though, they never had like an actual, I don't remember shit about, like, I've never seen any video from fucking Pac shit. Like, I'm big shit. Like, they had the whole Brooklyn was turned.
Yeah, that shit was turned, bro. That shit was super turned. But like, this 25 miles is crazy.
Yeah, and that shit gonna be turned the whole 25 miles.
That, like, what do you do and you driving and it's a fucking funeral procession of fucking 10,000 cars you gotta wait for.
Yeah, that traffic.
I'm going home.
LA traffic already crazy, they said.
Yeah, facts. LA traffic has been, I mean, the few times I've been to LA, the traffic has been crazy. I mean, personally, I've never seen anything like New York and Atlanta, but LA definitely is up there in the traffic spectrum. Like I don't recall, and that's the thing, like this is the social media era, so we have a lot more insight into what happens before, during, and after,
right,
than we had, in the past. So it seemed like just the way it's being set up, this is gonna be one for the history books.
Oh yeah, this is it. Like this nigga, the last big funeral that we can think of. Yeah, was Mike shit and Aretha shit. So I guess
I've never, word Mike and Aretha, like seriously, because I'm trying to think of other people, like even like Whitney and other motherfuckers that like had that
Whitney
love,
shit at that
bro.
church in New Jersey, right?
Yeah,
that shit. Yeah,
they definitely had her shit at church. Yeah, because Bobby Brown couldn't get in.
That's crazy.
Or they wouldn't let him sit in the front or something.
Yeah,
and he left
that.
or some shit.
We talked about it. I can't remember the specifics of it, but it was something that was fucked up.
Yeah,
and that's why he put that damn Bobby Brown out. Now that makes sense. That's why he put that damn shit. Oh yeah, y'all niggas won't let me to the funeral. That bitch got me high. Fuck you talking about?
Patty Batty out this bitch.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers want a trip? Want me in the funeral? All right, boom, got you. Say no more. Say less.
That nigga said, nights like this, I wish rain drops before. He like, you gonna let me in here. Man. Bird in the Midnight Falcon style.
Word.
Oh. Like,
baby, stop running. Hey, baby, stop running round. That was my shit, man. You can't tell me shit about that.
If a person haven't seen that and you black, don't tell nobody. Nigga. If you've never seen the 5 Heartbeats, don't tell nobody that shit. For my kids. Yeah, they got to. I feel like it's certain joints you got to watch.
They ain't gonna get it right now. I'm waiting till they're like
not right now. Wait till they like. Yeah, I was gonna say 10 or 11, but 8 or 9. That'd be the preliminary run.
Around with my toys, sitting back until I realize. Yo, that shit was fire. Nigga, Bird was cold blooded. That nigga was nasty. I'm a fighting man. Hey, man. To make you understand. That shit was fucking crazy, man.
Listen, nigga, my office hours are from 9 to 5. My office hours from 9 to 5.
That nigga Big Red shit, perm got loose and shit.
Play Shy Brother.
Kinked up and shit. That shit's great.
Hey, I feel like the 5 Heartbeats.
Is that shit on Netflix?
What's Love Got to Do with it? The Jacksons Joint.
That was good.
So the crazy thing, I think we talked about this on the podcast, or it's been talked about on this podcast.
We should have a black movie like top. Like we got that's the next podcast. We're gonna have the best black movies of all time.
We can
like
do the
you
best
give
black
your
movie.
top 10, I did my top 10, and we can't rank them though because it's gonna be too tough.
All right,
we'll go for it. We producing right on the spot for you niggas.
I feel like we talked about black movies, but I don't think we talked about like black movies.
We talked about like life and coming to America and shit like that. But I don't know.
But the 5 Heartbeats. So the crazy thing about the 5 Heartbeats, and we talked about this. I feel like we touched on this for whatever reason on the podcast before, is that people think that the 5 Heartbeats is a real group, and it's not.
Yes,
like they think that it's an autobiography type shit.
It's based on
or a biopic. I guess.
The Delphonics though. It's based on the Delphonics.
See, I've heard different groups it was based on, and the Delphonics wasn't one that I saw. They said that it was based on the Temptations. They said it was based on the Four Tops. They said a lot of black groups.
But the
Robert
Delphonics
Townsend
sang the song "A Heart Is Not a House." So like.
Right, but Robert Townsend said it's made up and it's like a mosh of all of these groups kind of like put together. But a lot of people, including myself, until he said it was based, I thought it was based on a real group. Back to Nipsey. Tangent, but that's cool. That's why y'all here. So like, I was like, Nipsey died like a week and a half ago, going on like 2 weeks almost. Well, I guess a week and a half ago is still correct. And by the time y'all hear this, it will be like the day of his funeral. But we talked about like in this social media era and like I've never seen an artist in the social media era get so much love. Like, it's so, like, unfortunately, one of my routines when I wake up after I thank God and pray about work and all these other things, unfortunately, I look at my cell phone. You know what I mean? I look at notifications and all that. And for the past week and a half, the first thing I always see is Nipsey related, whether it's somebody still, you know, shouting him out or something Nipsey related. Like, but you know, some people, you know, I'm just like, are y'all real or are y'all clout chasing? Are y'all doing like what's popular right now? Cause that's like the social media thing. And it's like people like, not even celebrities that I know personally. And I'm just like, did you listen to Nipsey like that? Cause I would have never figured it for you to be posting him like every day. Like, you seeing the same thing on your timeline?
Yeah, I mean, I see it, and what I
mean, you probably
I don't
follow
know
more dudes than I do too, like, you know, personally.
Yeah, I mean, mad at my people's be posting this shit. Like, it's just, I mean, Nipsey. The thing about Nipsey, right? Like, so I think the ill thing about Nipsey is he was so layered in terms of, obviously he had his music, obviously he was a Crib, obviously he was a Show Enough Gangster, obviously he was Lauren London's, you know, baby daddy. But he was so fucking ill in terms of his, like, every time that you saw him, like on video, in terms of him speaking, it was of importance, and it was poignant, and it had, like, you know, some substance. So I think now it's giving people an opportunity to say, hey, damn, let me check out bro, because I see everybody posting them. And then you get immersed in the man that was Nipsey, and you see, like, damn, everything that this nigga really was doing. Like, I saw a clip today that I had forgot about. Like, he had Marathon OG, which is like weed, of course, but like he had his own fucking grow house. Like, this nigga had everything going. Like, this nigga was truly self-made. And I think that is maybe the inspiration. And people, it's kind of like you know, an awakening of sorts, maybe, because they just realized how important that the man was. And then, like, I saw this one dude who, pretty well-known dude around the city and shit. You know, he like throw parties and shit, do all type of shit. He was like, I never really listened to Nipsey, but he was like, this fucking Victory Lap is amazing, and I'm fucking a piece of shit for not listening to it before. You know what I mean? And he was like, he literally went through his whole discography, and he was like posting about it and shit. And I mean, that's the thing about it. Like, you know, that's beauty. That's one of the beautiful things about streaming. Especially for Nip, because all his music was his. Right. And he owned the masters completely from top to bottom. So
you feeding this family off that.
Yeah. So like
for real.
You know, it's many paths to freedom and many paths to enlightenment. You know what I mean? It might take you a little longer. So, hopefully, you know, it's resonating. And I mean, obviously, you know, it's going to be some bullshit and everybody just trying to, you know, fit in with the Joneses. But I think, I think because of the solidness of Nip, I think, even if it's not musically that you fuck with him tough and you realize how dope he was, it was the other aspects of his life that helped you get to that point. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I could definitely agree with that part. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely agree with that. Cause you're kind of in a position right now where you don't have a choice but to kind of see what's going on with Nipsey, because that's taking over, you know, your timeline with like everybody. So I can say for myself, like, even though I was aware of Nipsey, and I've listened to his music, I would be fraud if I'm just like, oh yeah, now I'm bumping Victory Lap. Like, that would be fraud, because that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? But what I can say is, you know, I already said, you know, last podcast that I was aware of, you know, his philanthropy and the things that he did for his community. I always knew about like that type shit, like the up and up shit, which I really liked. But I have learned like a lot more about him, through like this process and shit like that. And my whole thing about it is like, listen, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that for us, that this man passed away. But if this ain't proof that God has a mission for all of us, or the universe, or whomever, whatever spirituality or whatever entity you worship, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we listen, this man job well done, my nigga.
Yeah,
like that's all I can say. Like, he had a mission, and the fact that, you know, so there was a ceasefire, so the LA gangs, the Bloods and the Crips, put their rivalry aside to do a peace march on Friday, and now they're discussing a peace treaty. Like, if you hear about all of these positive things, you know what I'm saying, that Nipsey has done at 33 years old, job well done, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, this was your purpose. Unfortunately, your purpose only lasted 33 years. God said, here, I'm about to put all of this in you, and your purpose is about to last 33 years. And now, you know what I'm saying, we gonna take that away. So I feel like it was, one, for him to get that shit done. Two, for people to understand that life is not promised. And three, for you to take these learnings and understand life is not promised and put them shits together to inspire people to do shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the dopest shit ever. And just to see, you know, where, you know, this guy has basically touched all of these people, whether, you know what I'm saying, it's far away or in person, and knowing that, you know, he was doing some good shit even when he died. That's a testament to that man's character.
Nigga, if you got people like, nigga, they was holding candlelight vigils in Houston and DC and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these, like, super duper far away places from where this man originated from, you know what I mean, where he did his actual groundwork, to the point where, like, niggas is getting together. Like, he's having rallies at fucking colleges and Morehouse, like Killer Mike.
Yeah,
like, it's like he having that shit all over the and that shit is resounding, and that shit is making an impact, and more than I could have ever imagined. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think if he want a black leader, I don't know what the fuck was, you know what I'm saying, in these modern day times, in terms of, like, cause we haven't had a Martin Luther.
But he was still low key with it though. Like some niggas, every time they do some shit, they posting it on social media.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying like you can't do it, because I have, a split opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, damn, why you gotta post everything? But I also understand the times that we are in. Right. So if I gotta post something to inspire another motherfucker to do some shit, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. But, like, you didn't know all the shit that this nigga was into until, and I think that even speaks more to it, right? Like, so, like, whenever he did speak, it was more powerful, right? So, like, everything that he said, like, you kind of, because it wasn't necessarily, like, his social media wasn't, like, he had a social media presence, definitely, obviously, but, like, his tweets and shit, it wasn't like he just was like, you know what I mean? Just random, ice cars,
like,
with
like,
Lambo,
just going crazy with it. But whenever he made a statement, it was impactful. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think you got to get that credit too.
Yeah, I think that is super dope, and I feel like a lot of people can, you know, basically learn from that. Would you have gone if you had enough time to plan for it?
I would like. It's funny. Me and my homegirl Chan, we were talking about, like, I'd love to go to Nip funeral. I hate funerals, but I would definitely go to Nip funeral. If I was able to. I mean, obviously I can't, but it's funny because I could have actually went to LA last week for my birthday, because I could have, for work and shit, but I decided not to because I didn't feel like traveling and shit. But I could have actually went. In hindsight being what it was, I should have went. So I could have went to the Marathon store and all that shit. But whatever, it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, if I could have, if time would have permitted itself, I definitely would have went out there.
Outside of Hov, who else do you think would get love? Because I think Hov would get mad love. Like,
Hov would get stupid love.
Like that should be crazy. So he out the picture.
And
who
I
else
think maybe it's because Nipsey was killed. Like, if I don't know if Nipsey, if, like, say he just died, like, of natural causes, I don't know if it would have been as a resounding of love. I think the way that he was, like, he was maimed and murdered. You know what I'm saying? I think the way he was taken from us in such a brutal manner, I think that also, like, cause it makes you think, like, damn, motherfucker took this man's life. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like, he just died
some petty shit.
Yeah, over some lame ass fucking super duper.
So and shit you could have punched the nigga in the face for, and y'all could have fought.
Yeah, nigga could have shot the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely wouldn't have turned you down, cause, like, he was a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? You could have shot the fade with the nigga real quick. But I think that's the way. I think because of that way, you know, like him passing in such a brutal way, I think that like heightened it all. You know what I'm saying?
So it would have been different if it was like drug overdose or natural causes or car crash.
Right,
or
but niggas smoke
like
them.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I feel you on that.
For nothing. So I don't know. I just pray nobody else we lose. I hope we don't lose nobody else to that bullshit.
So, you know, we ain't really gotta go through it because we already know, but you know, Nipsey being beloved and 21,000 people at a minimum going attend his funeral is lit.
I know.
Yeah.
They're gonna be playing mad Nips. Like, that shit.
Listen, I ain't trying to die no time soon. But when I die, I want my shit to be a party, bro. I feel like I just want to celebrate. I just want to celebrate my life. Like, I don't want to be no sad shit, bro.
None of that sad shit. I told my old lady, like, if I precede you in death, I don't want none of that. Like, I don't want to be in a box. I don't want no funeral. I don't want no wake. None of that shit. Like, I just want y'all to cremate me. Like my immediate family and shit, my immediate, like, super duper close friends that I consider my family. Y'all have, like, a little, you know what I mean? A quick one, too. And then cremate me, take the money, the insurance money, have a big ass party, and then y'all go on vacation and celebrate me like that. I told her exactly like that.
Damn. And I don't need no, like, death is one of them things that I don't really like to talk about like that. I think I have issues with death.
I feel you.
But I was just like, you know, death is inevitable.
It's inevitable. Taxes. I mean?
So that's,
pay taxes.
Facts.
And now shit's student
But
loans.
I be thinking about, like, cremation versus buried, or, you know, like, whatever. But what I do know is I do want to party. I always want to party. Let's get that clear. Yeah. You know what I mean? Regardless of what's going on in life, I always want to party. But, you know what I mean? I just want people to have a good time and, you know, fucking laugh at the shit we talked about, and the times we shared and shit.
I want
like
all that shit. I want, like, a life-size photo, like, go to Kinko's and have a nice picture of me in the corner and shit. Like, niggas come take a picture of me, like, in the club and shit. Like, with the old, like, matter of fact, I want to be airbrushed, like, in the club with, like, you know what I mean? Like, one of them paid in full shit, like the paid in full airbrush shit with, like, man, like a 4-finger ring on and shit. That should be hard. Niggas come take, like, club pics and shit with me and shit. And I want the damn man to be there with the print, the old school shit. Old real niggas in the building for the niggas who used to fuck all that Instagram shit where you had to get the goddamn nigga to take your picture, print the shit out, put the shit in a little frame, and you had that shit in the crib.
Nigga, I need the wicker chair.
I ain't trying to be in the 60s now. You trying I don't want to be Geronimo Pratt.
Hey, the wicker chair, I don't know how it worked in North Carolina, but I think the wicker chair was popping in DC to like mid 90s, bro. Or early 90s.
Shit, I won't party, and then I don't want to be there. I want to be like,
I mean, I wasn't partying either because I was young, but it's pictures around the house in the fucking wicker chair. Cause you gotta think about it. Well, in my case, my parents, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking 13. My parents still motherfucking 33, 34. They still partying. You know what I mean? Like, my mama had me, she was 21. She was already married for 3 years. You know what I mean? But the pictures I see, them niggas was still partying. They used to go to cabarets in DC. I'm not quite sure what's the difference between a cabaret, a party, and a club. But they still be trying to have like cabarets in DC.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Like, cabaret here is like, that's some stripping shit.
Oh, nah. Cabarets in DC was like a party, basically.
Like the go-go shit? When did go-go start popping in DC?
I honestly can't sit here and tell you I know the history of go-go like I know the history of hip-hop. However, I know go-go is as old as hip-hop. Chuck Brown.
Yeah, Chuck Brown, yeah. The godfather.
Yeah. And he's an old guy. So if I had to just take a guess, I would think go-go is at least, if not older than hip-hop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I know them shit. Did you used to go to the go-go's and shit when you was a kid?
I would, like, I've been to a go-go or two. However, like, I would go to, okay, so like a go-go is a club or like a smaller club type venue with a go-go band. Like they used to have like the Black Hole and shit like that, right? I didn't necessarily like to go to those because shit would always pop off and most of them were one way in, one way out. So I was apprehensive. Right. But when they would have like go-go bands perform at events or bigger venues, I would definitely go to those.
Right.
But it was just dangerous, you know what I'm saying? And I listened
niggas,
to go-go
mad
music.
Niggas from DC, they be like, yo, them go-go's used to get so nasty. Like, motherfuckers just be like fucking on the floor and type shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah.
Go-go's used to be lit like shit, but they were dangerous. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, DC, they were dangerous as fuck.
DC in the 90s was a wild place.
Yeah, DC in the 90s was wild because we talking about all the crack babies.
Right.
All the crack babies. They mama and daddies was on crack in the 80s when they were born. And now in the 90s, they in the club shooting the shit up. Right. You know what I mean? And that shit still go down. My little sister, she go to the go-go every motherfucking Thursday still listening to the fucking groovers and motherfucking all the fucking bands, Backyard, all them niggas still rocking, you know what I'm saying? And I still like to listen to go-go music. Unfortunately, like, go-go was a real, like, hand-to-hand type deal. Like, you go get a go-go tape or a go-go CD from, like, it'll be like, you know what I'm saying, whatever the venue is with the date on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so now, as far as, like, streaming and shit is concerned, I'm not really sure because you can listen to some go-go music, but you got to kind of put out a go-go album. Yeah,
I got you. Yeah,
so like
all
the vibe of it changed.
Like, that's true because all the go-go that like niggas used to play and shit, or not niggas, but like that girls used to play and shit. Like even the recordings would be live recordings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if it was some shit that went down last Thursday, you'll see whatever the event and the date. That was the shit. So motherfuckers might be like, yo, you got that fucking Backyard band from last Thursday? Yeah, I got that shit. Like you used to have to go to PA Palace, which was like a kiosk. I think they had some stores. And they had like all the go-go shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's changed a little bit, but also I'm a little bit detached from the day-to-day of the city because I haven't lived there in a long time. So I get it through like my sister and my brother and my cousins and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to Go-Go, man. Just Hilarious put some shit on her page talking about just to get it straight, Baltimore and DC is different. DC listen to that go-go shit. We listen to that house music shit. Y'all, the house music is gay as fuck.
House you duck walk and
you duck walk and sharam and vogue to house music. Like, like that's house music. That shit is gay.
I'm not a fan of go-go music either. Like, it's certain songs, but I will say I like more go-go music than house music. House music is trash. I don't fuck with that shit.
Listen, a lot of go-go music is just remakes to popular music.
Sexy Lady is one of the greatest songs ever.
Of course, people think that, and I get so tired. Like, let me tell y'all something.
Sexy Lady is hard as fuck, nigga.
DC. I mean, not DC, North Carolina, Atlanta, any place that I've been that want to have a little go-go section, it's the same shit from fucking 30 years ago. Yeah. They playing sardines and pork and beans. Sardines. They playing Doing the Butt. They playing Sexy Ladies. They might play Nike Boots by Wale. Like, I just be sitting there and niggas be tapping me like, yo, this your shit. Bro, if you don't get this antiquated shit out my face, bro, like.
Nigga got the dial-up, the dial-up
right,
go-go.
They got that AOL go-go.
That's Sexy Lady's hard, though.
But niggas who not from DC, they go up for them 5 songs. Yeah. I get it. It's just like when niggas play reggae and shit. They play the same motherfucking 6 reggae. I hate reggae.
I hate reggae. I
hate reggae. Like,
I think Here Comes the Boom was my shit.
Here Comes the Boom. Here Comes the Boom. That ain't reggae, is it?
You say what? Yeah, it was.
Is that reggae?
That was Sean Paul.
Hey, I got an unpopular opinion.
What?
No, see, I think we about to have the same unpopular opinion because I feel like Reggaeton was better than reggae.
Oh, nah. No.
Sean Paul is Reggaeton, my nigga.
I can't do that.
Sean Paul is not reggae.
The worst music I've ever heard in my life.
No, Sean Paul is Reggaeton. No. That is not reggae.
Sean Paul is reggae, man.
Just give me
Sean Paul from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Sean Paul
he was Spanish.
Sean Paul was smoking niggas.
Reggaeton was Spanish reggae.
Nah, reggaeton was fucking garbage. Nori, you ain't off the hook for that shit. I see you get your bag, but that shit was trash. That shit was trash. That shit was. Ooh, I hated all that shit.
I feel like Sean Paul was reggaeton.
Nah, Sean Paul was reggae. He was the hardest reggae. Like,
you think Sean Paul was authentic reggae? You think niggas from Jamaica and other places?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I've been to Jamaica and they was rocking that Sean Paul. That was right around during the time I went to Jamaica. I went to Ocho Rios and shit. Niggas was playing that Sean Paul. They was giving niggas a like.
Nah, they do have Sean Paul here as a dance hall artist. Yeah. And that would be reggae. And some people like to distinguish the difference between dance hall and reggae. All that shit sound like
I'm cool.
Blah 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 to me.
I used to like Sean Paul though. I can't front, but the rest of that
just
shit,
give it
cool.
a lot. Yeah. All right, Sean Paul.
Wayne Wonder, no. Wayne, I wonder what the fuck.
I fuck with Wayne Wonder over Sean. Well, I can't say.
Nah, I can fuck with that.
There's somebody.
Nobody in reggae can sing. Like, what's up with that? Like, none of y'all niggas can actually sing. Like, it be seeming like nobody else in the world can sing, but like American black people.
Of course, because you're American black.
Like, because if you listen to like Spanish people, they can't sing. Like, and maybe because I don't understand the words, but like Jamaican niggas, they can't sing. Like African niggas, they don't be really singing like talking about. I think it's just black Americans that can only sing.
I fuck with somebody that fucked with reggae real heavy, and I hated that shit. And then they started to but they speak in English. I don't understand how you don't know. That don't sound like English to me. But they started to translate the shit, and then I started hearing it. So it's like certain reggae songs, I ain't saying I like that shit, but now I understand what the fuck they saying. And they be saying reggae songs either talking about freaking on somebody, killing some gays, or freaking somebody. Like it's one of the three, and them two of them the same. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that's what they talk about. Like they always talk about killing gays in reggae songs.
That's what
that
shit,
Chi-Chi Man, yeah. Chi-Chi Man, that's what it's about.
Chi-Chi Man. Yeah, about that bond. That's what he talking about, killing niggas?
Yeah, killing gay.
What the fuck? I be rocking that shit too. Like,
exactly. It be on the radio.
I be seeing mad gay niggas rocking that shit too. Like,
cause they don't know.
That shit is like
they don't know.
Old
they
don't
know it's assassination song.
That shit is a genocide song. Like,
genocide music.
That's so funny.
Hey, genocide music is funny, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh man, that shit crazy.
Never knew that. We here at the Ain't Shit Show. We provide shit that you never knew. Y'all niggas did not know they was talking about that shit.
Right. Nipsey funeral. That's lit. Moving along to fuck niggas. Chris Darden. The token black prosecutor in the O.J. Simpson trial, is defending Eric Holder. Eric Holder is entering a plea of not guilty. For y'all who don't know what we talking about, we just talked about it, and you should be aware. Eric Holder is the guy who shot and killed Nipsey Hussle. What the fuck is Chris Darden token ass trying to accomplish here is what I need to know.
So I'm wondering,
what are your thoughts
the thing
on
that because he's a defense attorney, right? So he's getting paid. So who's paying him? Because he's on a retainer.
Yes.
So like, who's paying this nigga? Like that,
and it's very unusual for a prosecutor to become a defense attorney.
I know.
It's not improbable. However, it's very, very rare that a prosecutor turns defense attorney.
Yeah, it is.
In the legal realm. So the argument here from a lot of people is like, is he just chasing fame?
Right.
Is he trying to be a contrarian? Does he just hate black people? Like,
I don't know.
What the fuck? Like,
weird,
why
man.
would you volunteer to touch that? And just based on Eric Holder's history, he has a history. He's a felon. You know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to gain? Like,
I don't know.
I'm befuddled.
Cause you, in all intents and purposes, you said that fucking the OJ trial ruined your life. Like, in terms of like the publicity and the scrutiny that you received. Like, you've been, and then he might just don't like niggas because he was a political pundit or, like a resident lawyer on certain, like MSNBC or CNN, some shit like, or Fox News, maybe, I don't know. One of them, like left or right wing, whatever the fuck that shit is. Right wing, news publications or whatever. I don't know, man. That shit is just sad. But I mean, it just sucks because it's like, okay, I get the prosecutor shit because you're a prosecutor, you're paid by the state, right? But like now, you're a defense attorney, so you can pick and choose what you want to do because,
you picked this.
You're private, like you're a private attorney. So so the whole retainer part is interesting. Like, who the fuck is paying that? Because I know your fees is crazy. Because, I mean, albeit you have a lot of notoriety, I don't know what your, like, track record is in terms of, like, wins and losses. And when he switched over to the defense side and how many people he's gotten off. I know I think I heard, like, that he's defending a football player that has, like, a attempted murder charge or some shit like that. And he's claiming CTE.
Saying he got CTE.
Yeah.
So I heard about that shit too.
Who knows? But, I mean, again, it was calculated that the dude, he turned himself into a mental health facility under his name, when he got arrested. So all that shit seems. So, I mean, and then it goes back to the whole conspiracy theorists and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of gives some sort of like validity to it in terms of, I don't know, it just seems too like, schematic. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like it's got, the bottom line and the crux of it is a man got murdered, a great man got murdered. But then now it kind of like, all the conspiracy
and
theories.
Somebody got to defend him, but why you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but who's paying you?
Yeah, that's the thing, because I'm assuming you're not cheap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're not cheap.
I know for a fact you ain't cheap.
But listen, here's the thing. So I've seen a lot of, shows or documentaries or places where I've been able to obtain information about reality stars or child stars and things like that. And they talk about, how when they're famous and all cameras are on them and things like that, it becomes kind of annoying. But then when the cameras go away, you like, so wait, hold on. You don't care about what I ate for breakfast? Right. They have like that withdrawal. Mm-hmm. And that's the only conclusion right now that I can come up with. Yeah, fame is definitely a drug. Why, yes, Chris Darden is taking on this particular trial. You know what I'm saying? It could be like the same thing, but of a nigga less beloved. You know what I'm saying? And we probably wouldn't think twice about it. We wouldn't care. We wouldn't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? But you're taking on this because this light is about to be shined on this. So after Nipsey's funeral, you know what I'm saying? Nipsey is in the ground and God rest his soul. Like, all the focus is going to be on what's happening with Eric Holder. Mm-hmm. Especially from the black community. Right. Maybe not from the, others. But from the black community, we going to want to know, like, put this nigga under the ground. You know what I'm saying? He killed a good guy or what we perceive to be a good guy. And, and I have heard some things where people have brought out, that one statement that Nipsey made, like last year and shit about like a homophobic statement and things like that. And I feel like, he did say that. I did have some opinions about that, but I feel like the good outweighed the bad by a million.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Being a real nigga. That nigga was giving his homeboy some clothes to go see his people.
Yeah. So it's just like, I just feel like it's a fame suck. Like you just want that. You just want that. And like Eric Holder, he is a felon. You know what I'm saying? And he's a gang member and he's all of these things, but he entered this not guilty plea. And so the thoughts behind this not guilty plea, even though, we've seen him on video and everybody has identified like this, that nigga. They got the girl who was driving the fucking getaway car and all of that. Conversations around that is that Eric Holder is going to try to enter an insanity plea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be very, very hard because basically from what I know, it's pretty much going to go down as premeditated because you left and you came back.
Twice.
You know what I mean? You came back and did that. It wasn't like a heat of passion type thing, like you sitting there, you with your gun, you felt like this nigga disrespected you, and then you start busting off. You know what I mean? Like, so it's going to be very hard for Chris Darden, I'm sorry, fuck that nigga name. for Chris to, get this nigga out of it. So you already lost the OJ trial. You try to get another big L on your record? What, how do you think this will end?
How do I think what?
How you think this will end? Like as far as this trial is
concerned. I mean, I definitely think they're going to try to go for that insanity plea and some CTE type shit. But you got to be, that shit, you got to prove that shit. You got to go through a rigorous test. And I don't think that they'll be able to, granted, he's from the hood. He's got PTSD from all the shit he's done, but he's also
all roads lead to slavery. But
I mean, yeah, for sure. But I don't know if he'll be able to pass the test, and I think hopefully
they said that he had checked himself into a couple mental health facilities.
Yeah, he got. I mean, when he got locked up, that's where he got picked up from.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's where he got picked up from. So, but conveniently, that's what I'm saying. That's why he gonna try to put the old
right.
insanity.
That's why.
Like,
yeah.
So, nigga, you ain't crazy. You already know. Like, you trying to, you know what I mean? Stack the deck in your favor already. Like, oh, I think I'm gonna check myself in to a mental health facility under my name.
I mean, that's smart on his end.
Oh yeah, that's
you know
my
what I'm saying.
point.
You can't hate on that.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to get myself out of trouble.
You're not fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you have that fucking wherewithal to be able to like, oh, let me go ahead and try to go ahead and start this insanity plea because I'm nuts. Let me just go here and let them find me here. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, word.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm interested to see the outcome of this. Unfortunately, I feel like as far as Eric Holder is concerned, like it's a wrap for him either way.
Yeah, man. He
you know what I mean? If he goes to jail, 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to get killed in jail. Like unless they send him someplace else. But you know, the Crips extend the U.S. But you know what I'm saying? He might have a better chance if he's somewhere else or he's in protective custody or I don't even know if
he's in protective custody now.
I don't know if California has the death penalty. Knowing California, I would think not.
They used to.
They used to, but I don't think they do now. Like,
I mean,
California is
one
of the more.
They executed Tookie Williams.
That was a long time ago. I don't think they have that now. California is deemed very much so the more progressive of the states. Like, they get rid of all that inhumane shit. Like, they not really about that. You know what I'm saying? But, or if you get off on this for whatever reason, somebody in the street's gonna kill you. So you know what I mean? Like, say your prayers, brother, cause you and Nip probably will not be meeting in the same place. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. This says, yeah.
What you got?
It says the action suspends any further action. I don't know what action, though. Hold on. It's saying that it's suspended. Gavin Newsom suspends death penalty in California. Okay. This was March 12th, 2019. So this actually is recent.
Yeah, I knew that was on the docket. Yeah. But yeah, so Chris Darden defending Eric Holder, and Eric Holder plea of not guilty. It's that little shit.
That shit. So yeah, with that,
that's definitely shit.
Yeah, so apparently there's 737 people off death row now. It's interesting.
Yeah. Like I said, California is very progressive. They've freed and are in the attempts to expunge the records of individuals who have been locked up for marijuana.
Right.
So, you know, California has its good things about it. Outside of kale and avocados. But
avocado is disgusting.
Well, I eat guacamole.
Yuck.
I love guacamole. And I'll eat avocado on things. I'm not just about to sit and eat avocado.
Yeah, you pay $6 for the avocado toast.
Hey, now I don't eat avocado toast, but they was talking about like if Trump builds this wall successfully, U.S. will be out of avocados in 6 months. Mm-hmm. So I think that's another route. White people, fight for your avocados. If you don't fight for human rights, fight for your fucking avocados.
Yeah.
Moving along, Kodak Black, and we wanted to get on that. B alluded to that earlier. Wow. Kodak Black pissed off a rack of people when he said he would give Lauren London a whole year of quote unquote crying and shit before shooting his shot. Kodak's comment didn't sit well with a lot of people. And of course, in true fashion, T.I. was one of the first celebs to address Kodak on social media. And T.I. told him basically to get his shit together expeditiously, cause T.I. like to use words like that. And then in walked some of the usual suspects like Game, who's always in some shit, and Tank, as well. Kodak Black basically replied, saying fuck all of them, and if T.I. wanted smoke, that he could pull up, and that he was currently in Atlanta. After a lot of like the backlash and shit like that, people, you know, feeling the way on social media, Kodak offered what resembled, but not quite, an apology. He said, if I disrespected Lauren London in any way, shape, or form, I'm sorry, even though I didn't. Rest in peace, dude. If I disrespected Lauren London in any way, my bad. But to you old niggas, suck a baby dick, y'all reaching, fuck y'all. T.I. did not publicly respond, but he did in fact remove Kodak Black from the Trap Museum. If you haven't been to the Trap Museum and you're in Atlanta, check that out. But also several radio stations in LA have stopped playing Kodak Black music. Talk about it. I know you want to get this off your chest about Kodak Black.
I really don't even want to give it a whole lot of attention, man, just because everybody else says he's just a fuck nigga. Nipsey had it's crazy, like this nigga was cold-blooded, but basically like you don't give light to fuck niggas and goofy shit, just putting niggas in goofy time because all that flaw shit gonna expire. And yeah, he a fuck nigga. I think he performing here in Raleigh tonight, his bitch ass nigga. But yeah, I mean, he just stupid as fuck. You know what I mean? Like he just a lame, like outside, you know what I'm saying? He just goofy as fuck. So,
yeah.
Fuck that nigga.
You know, the thing about it is like, I'm like, okay, so like, was it the messenger, or was it the message, or was it the timing, or was it the fact that Kodak did it on social media versus privately with his boys? Cause I feel like, you know, a lot of niggas would have said the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't have displayed it and shit like, yo, Lauren London bad. Like when she get over that shit, like is, you know what I mean? Like it's on it, you know what I mean? Like it's on and popping. But I think that, you know, he basically does not, he said fuck time and place and, you know what I mean? All that shit. I definitely feel like, you know, I feel like a lot of niggas probably said the same shit. Probably not in the disrespectful tone that he said. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like that shit definitely would have been said. But it's very interesting because a lot of celebrities and all of this, or male celebrities, have come out like against Kodak Black. And there was a tweet by a young lady that kind of went viral. And this is what she said. She said, Kodak's Black rape charges were public for years. His peers stayed silent. Men being vocal after his Lauren London comments show women are only cared for in proximity to the men that they represent. They responded out of respect for the man, not for the woman. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's true?
I think they're kind of separate issues. Like, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess I don't really think, I think they're kind of separate issues. Like, I don't think one has anything to do with the other.
Talk about it.
Just because, I mean, I think it definitely came to the defense of Nip, but I mean, I think it was just in poor taste. Like, the rape charges, I didn't know anything about him having rape charges and shit. But I mean, I don't fuck with Buddy like that. Anyway, I do like some of his music, but in terms of this was just a public display of buffoonery. You know what I'm saying? It was just a blatant disrespect to Nip. And I don't know if it has anything to do with him, like, defending a man necessarily. I think it was defending a dead man, and his body ain't even cold yet. And you, like, you know, publicly doing this shit on live and saying, like, I mean, amongst your boys and shit, that's niggas gonna talk like that, whatever. But it's like just in the manner of how you were doing it, and just like the blatant disrespect for bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just some fuck shit. So, in terms of that tweet, I just don't think they necessarily have anything to do with each other. They're just two separate isolated events, in my opinion.
Well, I 100% agree with the tweet. I 100% agree with the tweet, and it's probably just being a woman and understanding how this goes, because Kodak Black has been disrespectful to women, period.
That's true.
Nobody said nothing. Nobody said no. He's always been publicly disrespectful to women. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like with his Young M.A. shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, Young M.A. was just like, yo, bro, like, chill, like, but, and he continued, you know what I'm saying? Other women, you know what I mean? Like, he's been on his live straight disrespecting women. He's been having this rape charge. And the funny thing about it is, like, 2 or 3 days before the whole Nipsey shit, he's been convicted of a rape of an underage girl. Like, it's always been pending, but, you know, I guess, you know, it kind of went through the court system, and now he got to go to court for this shit, for the rape of a underage girl and shit. Nobody ever said nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have said this shit about a nigga that people didn't fuck with like that, would nobody give a fuck? Wouldn't nobody give a fuck about that shit? And that's the thing. Like, I feel like this tweet is 100% spot on, and I think that's why this tweet kind of went viral.
But I think people gave a fuck about Lauren London too. Like, I mean, yeah, it was definitely about Nip, but it was also about her. Like, she's a widow. It
was about Lauren London in relation to Nip. Like,
yeah, but it was still a defense
said,
of Lauren London and Nip. Like, this is a woman who just lost her husband. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Angela Simmons lost her nigga. Yeah, I mean, her baby daddy. Like, whatever. Like, I ain't see no motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, blessings to fucking her. She lost, you know what I mean? Her son ain't, yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't like that. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I feel like a defense needed to become to, but it's like the root cause of the defense.
The Angela Simmons, though.
You think so? Yeah. Like that?
I mean, not to
I disagree.
Not to the effect of what Nipsey was, but again, Nipsey was a known figure. Her boyfriend won't. Like, niggas ain't really had no stake in, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this Nipsey was,
but that's
like,
the
this
thing.
Is a public couple.
Stake in Nipsey. You just proved it. Like, niggas had stake in Nipsey, so they just like, don't disrespect Nipsey, bitch. Like, you, not only are you disrespecting,
but nobody disrespected Angela Simmons though. I think we're arguing two different things. Like, nobody disrespected, like, nobody was like, yo, I'm gonna goddamn smoke Angela Simmons.
So do you
fresh
feel
off
like
the damn
women,
line. Like,
do you feel like if it wasn't Nipsey and Kodak said that about somebody else, do you think it would have been the same public outcry for that? Just keeping it 100.
I mean, it depends on the situation. Like, so say for example, if it was T.I., God forbid, and he passed, and then niggas was saying some shit about his old, like, Tiny, then yeah, I think so. Like, if it was, if niggas want bodies won't go.
If it was a famous celebrity female and her nigga, a no-name nigga, died.
We can't say no-name nigga because these are two people of notoriety. Lauren London is a star, and this nigga's a star.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the female is a celebrity. Listen to what I'm saying. The female is a celebrity. Her nigga get killed. Kodak Black come out and say the same shit. Do you honestly feel like niggas would have been like, yo, don't say that about XYZ celebrity with no name nigga? Do you feel like it would have been the same thing? Or it's the respect for Nipsey? So we can't say
yeah. So, but we're still arguing the two. You're not, it's not a comparison. Like, it's not a parallel. So, like, I guess what you're trying to say is, if it was, again, two known people, say for example, if it was T.I. and Tiny or some shit like that. And
no, but these two named people, like these two people that I feel like both have notoriety. I'm talking about the woman stands alone. The woman stands
like
alone.
Angela Simmons.
Like Angela Simmons.
Right. So if he said that he was trying to smoke Angela Simmons.
Do you feel like everybody would have came out for Angela Simmons like that?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly. So it's her relation to the nigga that they have respect for. Not the disrespect to Angela Simmons, but the disrespect to that nigga.
I think it was a disrespect to their union. I don't think it was a disrespect to necessarily. I mean, they're both, I guess, respected in that regard, I think. Like, it was a disrespect to their union. We knew about it. They just had a fucking GQ shoot 2 weeks ago. They just had a GQ fucking special. Like, everybody knew that they were, you know what I'm saying? They were in love type shit. So I think it's a little different because they were both known. So I think it's like false parallels that we're trying to argue here. But
I don't think it's a false parallel. I honestly, my opinion is that I don't think it's a false parallel. Now, I don't want anybody to take this discussion as I don't think the people who spoke up should have spoken up. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying based on what this young lady said in this tweet, I think that's 100% factual. I think if Lauren London would have been with a nigga who was not as beloved as Nipsey, and her nigga died or got killed or whatever the case may be, and Kodak Black came out and said something about Lauren London, I don't feel like it would have been such an uproar where it would have been publicly. Maybe a nigga would have hit him, been like, yo, bro, like, maybe you need to chill. But I feel like it's more of a we holding Nipsey down than we holding Lauren.
We're holding both of them down.
Opinions. We can agree to disagree, but I definitely, and you do, so I get it. So like I understand you might not see it, you know what I mean, that way. It doesn't make it something where, you know, it should be disregarded, but I definitely see where, you know what I'm saying, like the young lady, where she coming from. And again, I feel like that's why that tweet went viral, because a lot of motherfuckers like, yeah, you're right. Like, because niggas in hip hop don't respect women, period.
I mean, that's, period. Yeah, definitely, that's true.
Period. You know what I mean? But when it comes to they niggas, they holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Cause Kodak Black been a fucking creep. Kodak Black been a fucking retard. Do you think Kodak Black gets a he's young pass? Cause Kodak Black only 21 years old.
I guess niggas give him a young pass. I don't know. That nigga.
Do you think so?
I guess.
That's it?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Fuck that nigga. Like, I'm cool on bro. Like, I don't never have to talk about Kodak Black ever again, and I'll be perfectly okay.
I think he's slow. I think he got some type of developmental delay, like something wrong here. And the fact that y'all been rocking with this nigga like that heavy for so long. Kodak Black got some songs and some features that I rock to, like in the club and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But just hearing him talk make me cringe. No matter what he talking about, like it make me cringe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he gonna be able to survive this. But you know what I mean? Like Kodak Black, and his sentiments is illiterate shit.
He a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that shit trash. Let's get into one last topic. So Dwyane Wade's son was at Pride this weekend. His 11-year-old son was at Miami Pride over the weekend. Gabrielle Union, his older brother, some other family members joined in on the festivities. Dwyane Wade and everybody else in the family posted pics and videos and things like that, and they seemed like they had a really good time. Of course, you know, motherfuckers was up in arms about, you know, this 11-year-old and how he know he gay and all that other shit. Like, and I was actually put on by, I don't know if it was you or if it was somebody else to even pay attention, because I've never paid attention to Dwyane Wade's son, like prior to probably like a month or two ago.
Nah, I told you this shit mad long ago. Like, I remember,
but I never really thought about it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember telling you, I was like, my little buddy is sweet meat. Like, mad long ago. Like, when he was like 7, 8 and they had some pics. I remember specifically telling you. But go ahead.
Yeah, talk about it. How you feel about it?
Oh, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know niggas that's been gay all their life. You know what I'm saying? Women and men. You know what I'm saying? So It is what it is. I mean, you know, as I think every man, like every heterosexual man, the biggest fear is that their son turn out to be gay. But I know for me it is. I don't want my son to be gay. But
why? Talk about it.
It's just you don't want your son to be gay. Like, you want him to be, you know what I mean? A man, like, not saying he's less of a man because he's gay, but you just want him to be like a heterosexual, you know what I mean? Be able to have kids, like, you know what I mean? Like,
what if kids? He can still be able to have kids.
I want him to have kids naturally, and you know, just I don't know. You just don't want your son to be gay. I don't know. I'd rather like, I mean, if he were to be gay, I don't want him to be like,
oh hell.
Like, I don't want him to be like crazily gay. Like, you know, like flaming, I guess is the term. I don't know. I don't be knowing all these terms and shit. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but that's just what I know. Like, I don't want him to be, if like he's gonna be gay, just like be regular gay type shit. Like, don't just like extremely flamboyant and shit. That shit is just too much. for me personally. But, I mean, you know, if that, God forbid, if that is the case, I mean, you're going to love them unconditionally because that's your child. But, that's just, I would not like for my son to be gay. But if he is, I'm going to still love him regardless, obviously. But, I mean, it is what it is. I just hope, you know, I mean, the fact that he's supporting them and shit like that, you got to give him love because you don't, you know, shit be happening to little kids and shit, especially when they got like, you know, unpopular things going on in their life and shit. Which I guess kind of being gay maybe getting a little bit more popular, you know what I mean, as far as game.
Oh my God.
It is. Like it is. It's
Go
in
ahead.
your face.
No, I'm just listening. It's just
like being gay is much more accepted than not.
As it should be.
As you know what I'm saying? Like as it is than when we were coming up, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, so it's becoming more popular. So I mean, but shit. I just, as long as he's okay with himself and shit, and you supporting him and shit, that's all that matters.
Well, personally, so when I first saw it, at first, my first thing was, why is he at Pride?
Yeah,
like,
that was wicked. That's an adult event.
I don't feel like, I feel like gay homosexuality has been around since the beginning of time. It's just people are feeling more comfortable and comfortable being themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it is horrible not being able to be who you are. And who gets to determine who the fuck that you are? It's not less than a man. It's not none of that shit. Like, I don't understand with who I choose to share my bedroom with got anything to do with anybody else. My mama, my daddy, my anybody. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was at Pride, I had to think about it, right? And I was just like, word. Why is he at Pride? Because
Pride
I 100% believe that the same way, okay, so let me break this down a couple ways. I don't understand how individuals can argue the fact that a child knows they're gay, but you know that a child knows they're straight. Like, how would a child know that they straight? I feel like it's the same fucking concept. You know what you know. You know, and when it comes to like children and shit like that, like sexuality is not really about sex. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like all this little boy probably know right now is like, I don't like doing this shit these other little boys are doing. I looked at some pictures and shit. Like I after this came out, I kind of went and did a little bit of research, and this little boy been wearing wedges and makeup and all that shit. So that's why everybody knew he was gay, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, that's what he liked to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the worst fucking parent ever is a parent. And if this applies to you, the general you, I'm talking to you. Like, I feel like the worst thing a parent can fucking do is make a child feel away for being who they are. You think a child woke up and was just like, oh, I don't want to play with trucks. I want to play with Barbie dolls. And I want to get picked on at school for being who I am. So that's why I also have an affinity for like black gay men, because black gay men have it so hard from fucking homophobes. It's just like, oh, so you think this person want to be ridiculed all the time? Right. They said, oh, you know what? I feel like being gay is the cool thing to do. So this is what I'm going to do. I feel like black gay men are a lot stronger than a lot of men out here, because you got to wear that. You got to wear that, and you got to know that you coming out here and you about to have the world on your fucking back. White gays, they have it a lot easier. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have all the layers of discrimination on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already a black man in America. It takes a lot of fucking guts to be a black out gay man in America. Mm-hmm. And the way that people ridicule black gay men, that's why they're coming home to their wives and they're unhappy. You know what I mean? Because they're afraid to, some of them are afraid to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say shout out to all the black gay men who own they shit, because I know for a fact you really have to feel that shit in order to do it. It ain't something where you think, oh, it's fun, or this just what, if you don't understand that being gay is not a choice, you crazy. Like, you crazy. I don't think especially a black gay man. I feel like for women, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like, because men kind of package that as a fantasy type shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But for like a black gay man to stand in his shit, shout out to you, bruh, because you strong. You gotta be strong to deal with that shit. You gotta be strong to be who you are. But back around to this little boy being at gay pride, I was like, white gay pride is a little bit different than black gay pride. You know what I mean? Like, black gay pride is all about like partying and shit like that. I had to work a couple white gay prides at my former company just through like community service type shit in North Carolina. So I work, and it's totally different. It is kind of family friendly. You know what I'm saying? They have vendors and parades and all that shit. It ain't, you know what I mean, necessarily like leather and sex and all that shit. So I was like, well, you know, if he's a flamboyant little boy and white pride is a little more family friendly, in my opinion, then I can understand why they would take him to a place where he would feel like who he is okay. And there's other people like you out here in this world. And I just want to say shout out to Dwyane Wade and Gabby Union and the brother, cause that could be hard for a big brother too. You know what I'm saying? To just support your brother and love who he is, because who he having sex with in the future has nothing to do with you. Like, who he decides to love in the future has nothing to do with you. And if you are a parent out there that's treating your child differently, because I know of people personally that think they gonna bully their child into being straight, they sons into being straight. It's not gonna happen, bro. All you're gonna do is make him miserable. And I've heard too many stories from too many black gay men of the downward spiral that they go into because they're dealing with their sexuality in the black community. They do a lot of drugs. They do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to cope with being who they are. And if you feel like twirling, or if you feel like being, you know what I'm saying, a more masculine, ain't no way to be gay. You know what I'm saying? But owning who you are, man, shout out to you. Shout out to the families. And for the families that are making their kids feel bad, you're not a parent, because that's not your fucking job. Your job is to uplift your child regardless and make them feel like they the best of who they are, because that's not something who they chose. So, you know what I mean? That was just like my little, you know what I'm saying, soapbox or whatever. But, you know, just seeing like comments online, I feel like you should feel fucking bad as a fucking parent if you want to come down on a child. Like, that's just my views. Anything else you got on that?
No, I'm cool. I ain't got nothing else to say. You did a good job buttoning that up.
Man, Dwyane Wade's son and the family celebrating him at Pride is lit or shit.
It's lit.
I think it's lit. And shout out to Dwyane Wade, because he
today
is
his
in a
last
very
game.
Yeah, shout out to that.
He's awesome.
And
man.
You know, just been a good dad. You know what I mean? Like, that's
he's
dope.
a good person.
I feel like that's
like Dwyane Wade is a good nigga. Like, yeah, I mean, he had his, you know, issues. Unfortunately, is with some. I wonder what's up with. They don't never show his other kid. Now that I think about it, I mean, you ain't got to show nobody shit. Obviously.
How many kids he got? I thought he only had
Remember
3.
He had a side baby on Gabrielle Union before they had.
True.
But I mean, shit, that shit don't make you a bad person. That shit just had a bad
that just
decision.
make you a fuck up.
Yeah, he just had a bad decision. But he just made a lot of, you know, it was a video they posted today, because he's retiring. Today's his last game in the NBA. Sad, because he's one of my favorite players of all time. But it was a video like of him and some of the impacts that he's made, you know, for people whose houses burned down. He took them shopping, and, you know, people after the tragedy on Valentine's Day and that high school and shit, and how a lot of, you know, it was just, I don't know, he's just a good nigga, man. I fuck with D-Wade personally. I don't know him obviously, but just from what I see from the outside, it seems like he's a good guy. always in good
Yeah, I
spirits.
learned a lot from that video you sent me.
Yes.
I don't know a lot about Dwyane Wade. I can't even lie. I just know about the shit that make it to the news, and I forgot all about that side baby. But that goes to the credit of good press. Cause I'm sure a lot of niggas forgot about that side baby. And I always be like, Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade, like they always look like they have a good time together. I love couples who look like friends and like they just have a good fucking time together. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed genuine. Shout out to Dwyane Wade for his last game, for his tenure in the NBA, for, you know, being a good dude. He might have made some bad decisions. We need to find out where this baby at, but you know, shout out and being a good dad. You know what I'm saying? To the kid, those kids. We don't know what's going on with the other kid, but, yeah, shout out to that. Let's answer a letter. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. And Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listening letter segment where we give advice to people who clearly don't mind taking advice from people who like to drink a lot. And my Jack and Coke is kicking in because I have been on a diet. So liquor kicks in a little bit quicker. That's one of the bonuses. You don't have to pay as much for alcohol because it kicks in a little bit quicker. But our letter today is from Tracy from the D. I'm assuming that means Detroit.
Damn. Motherfucker listening in Detroit. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
What up,
yeah,
dope?
man. We got motherfuckers listening in motherfucking Africa. We got some niggas in Europe. We got some niggas in, motherfucking Australia.
What up,
we
dope?
lit.
What up,
We
dope?
lit
To the
out
people
here.
in Detroit.
It says, Dear Fresh and Be Hill, your show is my shit.
Thank you.
Congrats on your 10,000 episode you had. I put everybody onto y'all show that I know. I really love it.
What was her name again?
Thanks, Tracy from the D.
Thank you, Tracy from the D.
Y'all are my favorite source for pop culture news. Thank you very much, Tracy. We appreciate that.
For sure.
Anybody who tell a friend, we really appreciate
Love.
that.
You
man.
heard? Love. Mad hearts to you.
Manifesting destiny. She said, I have never written into a show, but I decided to take chances, so go easy on me. LOL.
Oh shit. Hell no. Better check your oil.
My boyfriend is a hood nigga, like straight up hood nigga. He has done some time in jail and all that.
Oh, he a
My
Detroit
boyfriend
nigga,
and
for
my
real.
cousin got into a big argument at a family function. My cousin called my boyfriend out in front of my whole family about not having a job, about being a deadbeat dad, and being accused of living off me. This argument stemmed from a spades game that escalated quickly. I thought that was the blackest thing ever. Like, cause a spades game will do it.
That'll do it.
Oh, she said they never liked each other anyway, but I think the liquor had something to do with everyone having such a free tongue. The argument almost turned into a physical altercation until my uncle demanded that everybody quit and get the fuck out his house. A week later, my cousin was beat up and robbed, and I feel like my boyfriend had something to do with it. When my cousin told me about what happened, one of the guys he described sounds just like my boyfriend's best friend. When I asked my boyfriend about it, he said, don't ask me shit like that, and went on about his business. I don't know how to take this statement. I'm confused about where my loyalties lie. What would y'all do? And that's from Tracy from the D.
Man. That shit was complicated. That shit was hood news.
Hood news.
Yeah, he definitely had something to do with something. I feel like I'm kind of snitching a little bit, so I feel weird.
You don't know this nigga.
I know.
Yeah, you a civilian.
I am a civilian.
Snitching don't apply.
I know. This is weird.
You got loyalty to the Ain't Shit Show podcast at this moment. So that's it.
You go first. Let me see what you. I'm gonna piggyback off what you say.
First of all, my first thing is not where your loyalties lie. My first thing about this is, why the fuck you with this nigga in the first place? Because he sound like trash.
That's true.
You need to get rid of this nigga. He a deadbeat dad. He don't have a job. And if he's being accused of living off you, he's probably living off you. You said he a hood nigga. You didn't say like he the biggest dope dealer in Detroit or some shit like that. At least where he bringing in some income.
Some shit.
Right.
Joy
like,
Road, nigga, 6 miles.
So you worried about all the wrong shit, Tracy from the D. And I see why you said go easy on you. Cause you on some fuck shit. You need to leave this nigga cause he sounds like pure fucking trash. Now.
What the fuck Big Sean at? You can't find Big Sean?
Don't nobody want no midget niggas.
Shit. Better than the nigga that goddamn ain't got no job.
Nah, you right, because at least Big Sean can stand on his money.
Nigga, Big Sean working out. Big Sean doing push-ups.
And he look like a strong ass toddler.
Oh shit.
That shit is retarded. Like, nah, Big Sean, like that shit ain't working. Stop posting. Listen, I hate nothing worse than a motherfucking skinny nigga with muscles. It look weird, bro. Like, his body. Big Sean, stop that shit. You weirded me out. You look like a strong ass toddler. He look like that little nigga that say, delete all that shit. Delete all that shit. You knew exactly who I was talking about too. Anyway, your nigga trash. That's first of all. And that's where I think that will help you a lot. But as far as, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, you asked your boyfriend a straight up question and he kind of dismissed you.
So you know what I'm saying?
So I feel like he did some shit.
And you say no.
Right, exactly. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you and your cousin cool like that, I feel like you can't fuck up nobody in my family, bro. Like, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, people in my motherfucking family get a motherfucking pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it was some shit where some shit like really went down. But, you know what I'm saying? Some shit went down over card games, some shit. We argued it out, like, whatever. And if you was a real nigga, then you and my cousin should have fought. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I feel like y'all should have shot the fade. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no sending no niggas to beat my cousin up, bro. But he just sound like a trash nigga all around. So you said, what would y'all do if I was in this particular situation? Which I would not, but I'm answering for you, Tracy. I would get rid of that nigga. And then alright, so here's the thing about telling her cousin. I wouldn't want any more violence to escalate from this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I would necessarily tell my cousin, but I definitely couldn't lay down at night with anybody who I know is trying to harm a family member of mine without reasons that I feel is justified.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you got cut Brady off. Like, just skip, let go of the zero and get with a hero. You know what I mean?
Go around now.
Go to 8 Mile.
Get a McDouble.
Go to 8 Mile. You know what I mean? Go see one of them niggas from 8 Mile.
Get with Marshall Mathers?
Huh?
You get with Marshall Mathers?
Yeah, go get with Cheddar Bob, one of them niggas. Nah, but for real. You got to get rid of bro. He ain't trustworthy. He just shooed you off. He ain't say no. So he did, you know what I'm saying? At least he ain't lied to you. He didn't tell you the truth, but he didn't outright lie to you. So that was kind of telling, and the fact that he didn't say no. I don't think this is a good guy for you. And
he dismissed you like fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's a respect thing towards you.
Yeah, I would, that shit like David James said, or Fresh, excuse me.
My name is not David James on here.
I don't want to confuse the people.
I'm working on a brand. Don't do it.
Fresh said that she, bruh ain't right though. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely would get rid of Buddy. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, like she said, I wouldn't go back and tell your cousin because it definitely could get ugly. You know what I'm saying? It seems like your cousin ain't soft. I mean, he got robbed and got jumped and shit. So that shit sucks. But I would just kind of let bygones be bygones and let them niggas hash it out if they see each other. You know what I'm saying? But, I think the common denominator in this is Buddy, so you got to get rid of him because you can't really get rid of your cousin.
Nah, that's real. That's real, and that's what we feel like you should do, Tracy. Like, let us know, like, how that shit end or what happens with that or what you decide to do. But Queen, have a little bit more respect for yourself. You deserve better. I don't know a lot about you, however, I know that you don't deserve a nigga who fit any of these qualifications.
Yeah.
Nobody should. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have yourself together, you don't deserve to be in a relationship. Get yourself together. You can't be good for somebody else if you don't have yourself together.
What's that Aretha Franklin and Lauryn Hill songs? A rose is still a rose.
Still a rose. And baby girl,
you are a flower.
You're still a flower. You're still a flower.
And from Aretha Franklin from Detroit.
Tracy, you're a flower, baby.
You know what I'm saying? You see how we do it? You see how the fuck we got them tied in?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Tracy, let us know. Let us know how that worked out. But yeah, you deserve better, bro. You deserve better, brother.
You're still a flower. What I am is what I am. That shit was kind of trash. It was kind of hard though.
Nah, that shit was dope. Somebody reminded me of that song like a month or two back, and I was like, I forgot all about that shit, bro.
Told you it was a flower. That's all. I see.
Nah, ain't nobody told me I was a flower, but I'll take it,
baby girl.
I'll take it.
You're still.
If you was a flower, what flower would you be?
A sunflower, nigga.
You seem like a sunflower.
I'm tall.
Keep sunflower
I'm tall. I got a pretty smile. Yeah, real good.
My nigga's biggest fan. Ain't even mad at that.
Yeah. Better be.
I think I'm gonna be a tulip.
Nah, you too. Nah.
I'm too gangster for a tulip.
Nah, you don't make the demographics of a tulip.
All right, what would I be?
A shrub.
You a fake ass nigga. You weed
a
ass
rose
nigga.
Bush, because they like, you know what I mean? They're thorny, but they pretty.
Oh, because I'm thorny?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You a pussy willow, nigga.
Oh, well then. You're crabgrass, okay?
See how things escalate, Tracy. So that's shit happens, bro. Now I gotta go beat B Hill ass. Yeah. You know what I mean? See, that's how shit escalate. Oh man, if y'all want some more of this great copay free therapy, write into the 8shitshow@gmail.com, and that's an X with an I would be, and your letter may get read on the air. Let's get into some free smoke. Free smoke
on you hoes.
Free smoke is our segment where we talk about any hot button issues, personal topics, anything from politics to petty, anything we want to talk about. That's where we are here. B Hill already told y'all what we're going to talk about next week. So that's what we're going to focus on next week. But this week, the topic is this or that. And it's basically still related to like, or you can get with that.
Hey, I think I get with this. This is where it's at.
So we're going to talk about this or that. And be here, we're going to talk about a particular topic, and I'm going to give you the categories in which you can choose from, and then we go from there. So let's start with, Freaknik is coming back to Atlanta on June 22nd, but it is family friendly.
That is a complete oxymoron.
Is it family fun or fuck them kids?
It can't be. It just needs to be called something else. You can't call Freaknik that's like calling the Playboy magazine like a goddamn, you know what I mean, like a children's book.
Playboy magazine.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not. They're separate. Like motherfuckers used to have pure T sex and shit on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not family friendly. Some kids got spawned from that.
The category is family fun or fuck them kids.
Oh, fuck them kids.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you. Like, you can't call the shit Freaknik and say bring your 3-year-old.
Yeah, like, what are y'all gonna be freaking? Like, what's gonna be getting freaky out there?
Yeah, like, I feel like I would have loved for Freaknik to come back. Because, I feel like we were too young for the Freaknik movement.
You could have been down there. Cause I know niggas your age that used to be down there. That was like the last go round was, you couldn't be what, 39?
Nah, I don't need you telling my age, my nigga.
You can say no. I don't know how old you are.
I'm not gonna lie. Don't tell me about me. Tell me about you.
I'm 36. I just turned 36.
Yeah, I know.
To God be the glory.
Freaknik, when was the last Freaknik? Let's see. When was...
Fun fact, right? So check this cold shit out. So my cousin, the original Freaknik started at Morehouse, and my cousin, who is probably about 45, 46, him and his roommate actually started it. It just happened to be a dorm party that went nuts, and then that shit escalated into what we know as Freaknik. But it started as a dorm party in Morehouse College. And, they snuck mad girls into cause it's a boys' college. Morehouse is a boys' college. So they snuck mad girls into Morehouse and had a party, and that shit went crazy, like way more way crazier than they anticipated. And it turned out to be Freaknik. So shout out to my cousin Chuck. He was the one, him and his homeboys was one of the originators of Freaknik.
The last Freaknik in Atlanta was in 1996.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been at no Freaknik in 1996. But I would have been there probably like 4 years later. I would have been there for sure. If I could have been, I would have been in college. So yeah, the last Freaknik in Atlanta was in 1996. But yeah, all of that history you just gave is pretty accurate about Freaknik. Y'all just got let legends die, man.
Yeah, well, some shit just need to stay where it's
I
at.
definitely feel like it's fuck them kids. Like, you can't bring Freaknik. You can't even call it Freaknik and say it's family friendly. Like,
you can't call it Freaknik in 2019. Period. Like, this shit.
I think you could definitely call it Freaknik in 2019
this shit
if it was going to be Freaknik.
It's too. You can't have it be Freaknik though. Like, this shit is too politically charged and too fucking. It's too much shit. Like, you can't even. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was being able to grab women's titties and shit, which is not right. But back then, you could, like, it was way more like, you know what I'm saying? But women was way more, you know what I mean? Nah, you can't do that shit, man. You can't just have, like, just go up to women and shit.
You can have Freaknik. You can have Freaknik and have the essence of Freaknik and men not have free reign over women's bodies. But you will still have hoe ass women there that are willing to offer their bodies. So you can still have Freaknik, in my opinion. Facts. Bike week done too, ain't it? Pretty much.
Hell no. Niggas still be going to the beach.
Niggas still doing bike week shit at bike week?
Yeah. Not as, I mean, it's not as raw.
I don't really know nobody who go to bike week.
You play them damn hotel lobbies and elevators and shit. You still gonna find some wild shit going on.
Because Myrtle Beach was trying to get rid of that shit too.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach ain't fucking with y'all niggas. Alright. So Lil Nas X got the country rap bop Old Town Road. Which was removed from number 15 on the country charts due to the song. According to Billboard, it said that the song does not embrace enough elements of today's country music in its current version. Lil Nas X then went and enlisted Billy Ray Cyrus, and now the song is number 1. The categories is real or racist.
It's more than one way to skin a cat. You motherfuckers, you ain't want us in the house. We got snuck in the house anyway and fucked your daughter. So he done goddamn hit Billy Ray Cyrus's old lady, little Miley Cyrus, and goddamn spawned a hit. So it is certainly racist. You motherfuckers. But we overcome, as we always do, because we're resilient, resourceful people.
Facts. B Hill said that perfectly. I feel like that's racist as a bitch because y'all come on our charts all the time.
That's a fact.
With y'all shit, and y'all call it rap, and y'all call it trap, and y'all call it all of this, and y'all hit them Post Malone, Ariana Grande, all these motherfuckers.
Ariana, she ain't white though. She get a pass. She got a little ethnicity to her.
But Ariana definitely made a trap song, but we embrace shit.
Oh yeah. We're forgiving. We
like the shit go, and that Old Town Road shit go in. And I wanted to talk about the shit last week. However, the Nipsey shit and a whole bunch of shit superseded that shit because I sent you that shit and I was like, hold on to this because we're gonna talk about it on the show because I was pissed when I first read the shit. I was like, and it's generic, not enough elements. The shit got fucking everything country about the shit.
Right.
That shit go though. Hey, you like that shit?
It's cool.
I fuck
I like
with that
the beat
shit.
when it first come on. I'm like, all right, bro.
Hey, that shit go. That shit go like fuck. That's a bop like a bitch. Like, I fuck with that shit heavy. I don't know about Lil Nas X, but shout out to him. And like you said, we resilient people and we will find a way. I just hate the fact that we gotta enlist a white man in order to save us.
Yeah.
That shit trash.
Sure.
That shit still go. Like, I don't even listen to the Billy Ray Cyrus version. I listen to the original version. And the shit only like fucking 2 minutes. Yeah. Like, the shit ain't even like a 3-4 minute song. The shit like, I think with the Billy Ray version, it's probably a little bit longer.
I ain't even heard the whole song all the way through.
Hey, listen to it. All right, everybody, listen. I'm asking B Hill to go listen to Old Town Road by Little X. We'll see if he listens to it on the next show or he gonna cop a fucking plea and say that bullshit he always say. You never asked me about
this
shit.
This is the first time that you've asked me something and I'll go listen to it.
Okay, I'm asking you. All right, bet. Listeners, hold him accountable. But that's definitely fucking racist.
You goddamn. Hold your oil,
hold
nigga.
these nuts accountable. Hold these nuts
Hold your coffee mug, nigga. Hold me. Shit.
Northwest got her mother, Kim Kardashian, to help her prank her younger siblings by using ketchup and telling her siblings that her mom is dead and somebody killed her mom. The category is cool mom or mom what the fuck.
Yeah, mom what the fuck.
That shit is weird as fuck. How do y'all think that's fun, bro?
Yeah. And
Kim, why would you go? I don't necessarily know if, besides having money, if Kim and Kanye are fit parents. Like, on some real shit. Like, what the fuck?
Why would you tell anybody that shit?
And your siblings are super fucking young. Like, they're children.
Yeah, like, they babies.
It's not even like we talking about some teenage pranking shit.
Yeah,
like, you can traumatize these motherfuckers.
Yeah, that shit was wild. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. I'm definitely on some mom what the fuck. Ain't shit cool about that shit. That shit is weird as fuck that Kim would go along with that shit. And it's even more disturbing to me that North would come up with that shit.
Yeah.
And you're fucking 5?
Yeah.
Or 6 years old?
She go to school with weird white. She go to school with all them white people, man.
That's true. That is very fucking true. Like, for a child to come up with a prank like that, y'all need to send her to therapy now. And so here's the thing about Northwest and like my circle of friends and things like that. And like comments that we read like on the internet. Like, a child is a child, but niggas don't really fuck with Northwest like that. They feel like she got like a thing. Like, you know how a lot of kids, you be like, oh, they cute celebrity kids, like blah, blah, blah. North always look like she up to some shit.
Mm-hmm.
She got a problem, or like she just being a little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you a child. I'm just like, nobody really feels North's energy like that. And I was like, well, if your mom is Kim Kardashian, your dad is the biggest fucking insane narcissist in the world, you gotta be fucked up a little bit.
That's for sure.
That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. All right. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos cheated on his wife, Mackenzie, of 25 years. Now, through the divorce, she is the third richest woman in the world with $35 billion. Still note that Jeff Bezos still has $110 billion. We talking about B's here, people.
Yeah.
Not M's.
He'll get that shit back by the next year with this Amazon Prime.
I got something that just came here from Amazon today.
That's a fact.
Like, he getting money. So my categories is she a teammate or you wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
Are we talking about the wife?
Yeah.
Oh, she a teammate. She squad.
Yeah, like, so you feel like she deserved that $35 billion.
Yeah.
Facts.
She was 25 years, hell yeah.
25 years, hell yeah. $1 billion for each year?
Yeah.
Plus 10?
Yeah, nah, she's strapped. You get that?
You are the
if I got 110, you can get 30 billion.
Facts. Listen, Tracy from the D. Listen.
Yeah, go find Jeff Bezos.
Go find, at least if you're going to be with a nigga who going to cheat on you, at least get a bag afterwards. Like, you are a billionaire. You are the third richest woman in the world because you picked the right dick.
That's for sure.
Hey, squad, do that.
Yeah,
do that.
No,
all y'all out here fucking for free. Like, it was a conversation on another podcast. Shout out to my homegirl from St. Aug, Candace. She has the Chatty Patty podcast. I try to support everybody. Speaking of Amazon, Jamaica Vereen, who we highlighted on Pop Champagne, I bought your book. That was actually my orders that came in through Amazon. I'm gonna give them out to the single mothers that I know, and I just want to support. However, they had a conversation on the Chatty Patty podcast. Check them out. They had a conversation on the Chatty Patty podcast about basically the wave of women right now who just like, I'm not fucking with a nigga if he don't have no money, and whether it is prostitution or not. Well, how do you feel about that? If a woman says, is it a preference or prostitution? If a woman says she's not fucking with a nigga who don't have no money,
I can't be mad at it. So if y'all young, you can fuck with a nigga that ain't got no money if you see some potential in him. But if like you 35, nigga ain't got no cheese, if it was my daughter, I'm gonna be like, nah, you need to goddamn find you a nigga that got you a little something to take care of you and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's necessary. Like, I ain't saying fuck for money, but it, like, you need a nigga with some cheese. Like, cause I ain't trying to take care of your ass. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
But I mean, she might all right, but your daughter could have her own shit.
Yeah, still fuck with a nigga that got some money though.
Facts.
I
like,
definitely don't want you like no nigga mooching off you. If you, especially in my hopes and plans and how I'm gonna set her up, she gonna have some cheese. She gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gonna be about her shit. Like, cause if I have anything to do with it, which I do, so
right,
you know what I mean? She gonna be about her business and shit. So nah, ain't no nigga finna mooch off you. Nah,
yeah, facts. You're not about to be Tracy from the D.
Shit, no.
So you're saying preference. I'm definitely saying preference. I feel like it's like this, my nigga. Like, niggas been, like, I feel like, and this is my honest opinion, I feel like a lot of niggas wouldn't fuck with bitches if they ain't had pussies. Like, I feel like that's the draw. Like, I honestly feel like that. Like, a lot of niggas don't really want to deal with bitches. It's just pussy. Like, if a pussy was not attached to a female, a lot of niggas wouldn't deal with it. You know what I mean? But I feel like as long as you got a pussy, you never should be broke.
And that's
I feel like this. It's quid pro quo. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's nothing wrong with a woman knowing what her standards are. And I'm not saying like, I feel like anybody should have their own shit, regardless of what situation that they're in. You know what I mean? Like, you should, cause if that shit dissolve, you should be able to fend for yourself. Your life should not be dependent on who you can score in life. You know what I'm saying? But my thing about it is, bitches out here fucking for free all day, getting cheated on for free all day. Like, why not get paid? Like, why not leave and have you $35 billion? You know what I'm saying? And I'm with it. Like, if y'all young, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And I remember a conversation that I had, like, with a camp counselor, like, when I was like a young teenager. Like, I was a young teenager. Like, I was probably like 14 or some shit like that. And I remember saying some shit like, oh, he ain't got no money. And I know that I could see the guy's face in my head, but I can't remember his name, but it was definitely fucking 20 years plus ago. But he was like, I mean, he 14, where he gonna get money from? You know what I mean? But that was just like the mentality. But I thought about that, and like that always kind of like stayed with me. So I'm with B, like, if he in his early 20s, he in college or some shit like that, and you see his potential, B give you 35. I'm giving you 28. If that nigga don't have no money, and I'm not even talking about money to the fact where he's rich or he can take care of the world, but if he can't even take care of his own motherfucking self at that age, you need to be fucking out.
Right.
Yeah, you know I mean, like, everybody, you need to be fucking out. So I definitely think that it's a preference. I don't think that it's prostitution, cause it's a bartering system, my nigga. And niggas out, and bitches, 99% of bitches out here giving out pussy for free and getting played.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, know your worth. Ching ching. No, you got a cash register right there.
You definitely
as long as you
do a little snatch.
Facts. All right. So your boy Drizzy Drake stunning in a $1 million outfit. 29,000 of it was clothes, and 950,000 of it was jewelry. The category was the fit fire, or was the outfit the pits? For $1 million.
The jewelry was dope. I mean, the fit was cool. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't necessarily some shit I wear, but it was alright.
For $1 million?
If I was a rich nigga, ain't no telling what I'd be wearing if I was a rich nigga. If I could afford this, whatever the fuck I want, I'd be putting all type of crazy shit on. But,
so,
that was cool.
What you going with, fire fit or outfit the pits?
It was fire fit, I guess.
Alright, facts. I thought the jewelry was dope, but I feel like that outfit was the pits. I feel like, yes, it has some names to it, but I'm not a person that think labels automatically make your shit fire. The jewelry was dope. $29,000 for them clothes he had on. In my opinion, you could have went to Zara and looked the same exact fucking way. Like that shit. And I'm not saying from a rich nigga standpoint. I'm just saying from a general standpoint. Like, I feel like Drake, 2 Chainz, and some other niggas is like the worst dressed
2
niggas
Chainz
in
is horribly
hip-hop.
dressed.
They are they dress horribly. They cannot dress like
you can't
at
tell
all.
2 Chainz,
Chance one of them
fresh.
niggas too. Like it's a lot of niggas that
2
can't
Chainz is
dress out here.
horribly dressed though. Like, and the shit be pissing me off because he be feeling like he be killing it. Like
facts. I feel like 2 Chainz walk out in no less than a $10,000 outfit every day and be looking
I
like
follow him on
trash.
Instagram. That nigga be acting like he got them. Like what he be having on is that show enough fire, and that shit be trash. Like everything he wears be trash.
Yeah,
Brian be on some bullshit too. Brian wears some bullshit too.
Yeah,
Brian be wearing some bullshit.
His
sneaker game mean. I will say that. Like his sneaker game.
Yeah, if you get them for
excellent.
free, your sneaker game will be me too.
Yeah, if I have my own
I mean, he
sneaker.
got money so he can buy them, but you ain't gotta pick them. And like you just say, here, can you wear these?
Yeah.
And he like, I bet. So he ain't really gotta go through the picking process himself. But yeah, I give it to you. Like, I feel like a lot of the more popular basketball players, who you think dress better, football players or basketball players? And it might be because we see
I was about to say, it's
basketball
more games
players
that,
more.
You know what I'm saying? It's NBA games. It's 82 games, so it's like they're more public. You know, in the public. But I mean, shit. I don't know. I mean, football players, they usually be wearing suits and shit on game day. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, they wear suits more so on game day. Like, so.
Like, I even think of like niggas like Odell Beckham and shit like that who swear he be fired. He be looking like trash too.
Yeah, Odell be on
like,
some
he
bullshit.
be having good shoes a lot of times, depending.
Yeah. Niggas be wearing some weird shit.
He swear he killed though.
Yeah, niggas be wearing. I mean, I guess it's a different type of clothes that you expose to when you got that paper. So I guess, you know, niggas just start liking shit that they wouldn't normally like when you're on a budget.
I feel like these big niggas feel like they can dress like these little niggas. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like your body frame is different. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see like a fat nigga in an outfit that you like, nah, that's a skinny nigga outfit?
Yeah.
You can't be motherfucking 6'7" wearing an outfit of a nigga that's fucking 5'9".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just looks
That nigga
weird.
Ross
Like,
fat ass be fresh. He ain't really as fat as he used to, but he be fresh. That nigga had on some shit the other night that was fucking killer. Yeah, that shit he had on at D-Wade party last night, that nigga was fresh as a motherfucker.
the Dolce & Gabbana shit, was that day?
Nah,
I
yeah,
haven't
like
seen
some Louis
Ross a lot
sneakers
since
on.
he
He
can
had
wear
like a
regular
long
stuff.
ass white trench, like a wool cashmere jacket. That shit was mean. That shit, I can't even front. That nigga Ross get busy though.
I ain't see that one. But Ross be hit or miss for me. Sometimes he be fresh as fuck. Sometimes
He more fresh than he
tried
ain't.
it.
I'll say that.
I'll give it 50-50 for me. Just based on what I see him in. But he getting there, you know what I'm saying? Like, he one of them niggas that, you know, he done lost a lot of weight, but he still got like that kind of, you see a nigga that, or a person period that lost a lot of weight, but they still got like that skin.
Oh, the gastric bypass
Like,
skin.
yeah, like the gastric
He
skin.
need to cut his fucking flat top. That shit trash. Just go back to the low shit.
Baldy. Go back to the Baldy or the Low Caesar
Yeah.
or whatever that shit was prior to. I'm with you 1000%. So B, you sent me this and I thought it was funny. That's why I didn't even comment on it. There is a horny hospice in Florida.
Yeah, that's wild.
To act out your final sexual fantasy.
That's excellent.
Y'all know hospices are where you go to because you're terminal and you're about to die. The category is Granny, sit this one out, or don't let the gout fool you.
Fuck some, Granny. Get you a little bit. Shit, you been fucking way before I got here. So you should definitely fuck while
So
I'm
you'll take your
on
granny
way
there?
out.
You'll take your granny there?
Huh?
And that was her last wish?
Yeah.
You'll take your granny
Shit,
there?
my grandma wanted some beers and shit. She wanted like a deuce for Christmas and shit.
A motherfucking deuce is a lot easier to comprehend than a dick.
Hey, I ain't got to watch it. As long as I ain't there, I'm gonna drop you off. If you trying to fuck something, hey,
I'm
call
gonna
me when
drop
you
you
ready.
off at the brothel.
Call me when you're ready, grandma. I'll come back. I'll come get you.
Hey yo, I heard the funniest shit on somebody said it. It was on a podcast that I was listening to. I forget. But they called motherfucking Bernice Burgos Instagramma. That shit was funny. Yeah.
She is
like
a fine 50-year-old grandma.
Bernice got a fucking 22-year-old daughter and a grandchild still sticking your ass out on motherfucking Instagram. Now, granted, Bernice is fine. However, you gotta find another way to get that cash. So your cat, you saying don't let the gout fool you.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna deny your wishes, but I'm not gonna be the one to take you. Like
I ain't walking you in there. Your ass gonna have to get in there yourself.
I'm saying, Granny, sit this one out for me if I gotta take you. But if another family member take you, I'm not here to judge. It's just that as your grandchild, I cannot comprehend. I don't even like my parents having
sex. I'm gonna drop you off at the thing. They gonna have to come get you because I ain't taking you in there and Roscoe in there, goddamn dick ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Bernice. Nah.
Granny gonna have on the girdle with the clasps on the back and what's the shit?
A slip.
A slip. Oh yes.
Nah.
Ding, we both on the same page. A slip.
Okay. She ain't gonna have nothing on that slip.
My grandma used to try to make me wear a slip when I was young.
You look like you used to wear the slip.
Bruh, like when we was like when any of us used to go, the girls used to go to church with my grandma, she used to make you put on a slip.
What's the fucking point of the slip?
I don't know.
What the fuck is the point of the slip?
The slip, I guess the slip was supposed to be like a cover for if your dress was kind of, I guess
like
if the light hit it, it's see-through.
Like your skirt blew up.
But I feel like if the wind blowing, it's going to blow your fucking slip up.
Yeah.
Oh no! Unfortunately, my grandma that used to make me wear the slip is not here. I need to call my dad's mom to see if she has insight to the slip. That shit was trash.
Yeah,
though.
That shit had a little. That shit was made out. That shit had a little lace on it.
You know, AB used to wear a slip.
Nah, I used to slip up the slips. You heard me? Yeah.
Oh, you used to slip up.
Yeah, I used to goddamn. Let me move that slip to the side.
Me Too movement on the slip though. Hey. Oh, so Yo Gotti, Yo-Yo, and Ja Rule are all joining Love and Hip Hop cast in their respective cities, which is New York and LA.
Yo Gotti is?
The category is, I'm sorry, Irv Gotti.
I'm about to say,
sorry,
Yo
Gotti. I ain't mean to throw you under the bus like that. Irv Gotti. Yo-Yo, Irv Gotti, and Ja Rule is joining Love and Hip Hop in LA and New York. The categories is Secure the Bag or Legends You Looking Bad.
Secure the bag, man. Fuck it.
Secure the bag.
I mean, like, them niggas was like Irv and Ja, they had, you know what I mean? They had reality shows, so it's just like I guess a different level. I mean, Yo-Yo, I love
Hip Hop's so trash,
I used to have a stupid crush on Yo-Yo, so I'm cool with seeing her whole life.
Kilolo.
I used to love Yo-Yo, cuz. Like, she has that fat ass, like, when she had the shit, her and Ice Cube, she had them fucking biker shorts on. Nick, I used to fucking be glued to the TV. She had them pretty ass eyes and shit. And I only be like,
like
funny color eyes and shit, but she was so bad to me.
Funny color.
I'm all for
Shout
Yo-Yo.
out to B Hill's crush on Yo-Yo. We know B been a creep since way back because you had to be a child when that song came
out. Nigga, I like women. I've always liked women. Call me a creep if you want.
Hey, okay, Joe Biden. We got it.
For sure.
I like women. Congrats. Congrats. Two students scammed Apple out of almost $1 billion worth of iPhones. They were buying fake iPhones from China, filing claims, and ultimately switched out almost 1,500 fake iPhones for real iPhones. Is that I dope or I know?
That's dope. Nah, it's fucked up they got caught, but shit, they have the mindset to do that shit. I ain't even know you could do that. So shit.
Now you know.
Where the website at? I need to get it. I'll do one or two of them. You know what I mean?
Hey, I think that is dope because Apple be scamming us out of any fucking
Niggas been
way.
Charging us $1,000 for phones every year, and then our phone magically we get an update, and then that shit magically stops working, and then we gotta spend another $1,000. Fuck off.
Throttling, and Apple was called out about throttling, and we still haven't heard what is the settlement on throttling.
Yeah,
like
talking about shit.
When you slow down the shit, purposely slow down the shit so people can get a new phone. Apple been scamming. I'm team Apple only because I've been team Apple and I'm not willing to learn another platform.
Boy, I be trying to use my old lady phone to do some shit, and I be like, hey,
you feel like a dummy,
can you turn the volume up on this motherfucker? What the fuck? This shit is ridiculous. I hate this phone.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like it's dope, although I feel like y'all got greedy. That's what's always happens when the nigga finds some money.
Oh, yeah.
They get greedy. You gotta have a cutoff point, cause now y'all about to go to jail.
That's for sure.
Like, y'all should have stopped that shit at maybe the 1,000-fold.
Yeah, maybe
y'all wanted to get the 1,500. And they tried over 3,000 though.
Yeah.
Only like 1,500 claims with it.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like, I always tell people who like were good drug dealers or good criminals or shit like that. I'm like, you have the business sense. You just need to apply it to something legal or something good. You know what I'm saying? But some people want quick money, but I definitely think it's dope because Apple owe us. So I'm just saying that's for the culture, for the Apple culture. I don't even know what race these people were. I'm sure they were not black. Cause we would have just went in, did a smash and grab and fucking grabbed all the phones.
So.
Let's see. This one is more so about me than the topic that we talking about. So Cardi's Invasion of Privacy album is now 3 times platinum, and I Like It was her biggest hit, which I told you that was going to happen. I told you I Like It was going to be her biggest hit when the album first came out, before it was even her single. What I want to know is it record exec fresh or record exec mess?
I give you a credit, personally. I guess. I mean, I don't like the song, but you called it out, so I can't like discount what you did. So yeah. Thank you. I be hype about my record exec fresh shit. Cause I be calling shit out. I'm like, yo, this gonna be the shit. And I get it, like, a lot of motherfuckers might not like it, but I know what the people gonna like. Hey, yo, record labels, come holler at me. Cause I know it. And I appreciate B Hill for manning up and giving me my props for calling shit out. So I feel vindicated. Thank you very much. Yeah, that snot coming. You better go blow that nose.
Blow these nuts. Thank you for listening to the Ain't Shit Show. I want to thank y'all for listening, as y'all always do. If you're new, thank you for listening to us. And subscribe to the show. Y'all know the deal. We at the Ain't Shit Show on social media. That's X with I will be Twitter, Facebook, all that good shit. And y'all can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, all the people, wherever you like to listen to podcasts, we're there. We're everywhere except for Tidal, because they all exclusive with who they want to put on there, and it got to be a Tidal exclusive and all that. However, we working on it. However, we're everywhere else, and that's all that matters. Make sure y'all leave a comment and let us know what y'all thinking about. I want to give a shout out to our engineer, Mike. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, we gotta start fucking with Mike, because we used to. What was the one?
Jesse.
Yeah, we used to fuck with Jesse too. So yeah.
Jesse left us for greater pastures.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And Mike is actually a recommendation to Jesse, and Mike always comes through, and Mike always I feel like Mike listens to every episode like thoroughly. You know what I mean? When we get the shit back, he always had comments and shit like that. Yeah, shout out to Mike, man. Our sound engineer Mike. Shout out to Mike. And we always like to end the show with the old what do we call it? A quote? So, all right. I told you my alcohol was.
You need to get off that diet. I told you my alcohol is kicking.
Nah, I got to, bro. And do you know how drunk I'm about to be? Like, all inclusive, high end liquor. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. And okay, so here's the quote for today. Accountability feels like an attack when you're not ready to acknowledge how your behaviors harm others. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. Even if it don't apply to you, it applies to somebody else. Go ahead. Say what you going to say, bro.
Marathon, TMC. The shit continues. My nigga. God bless you.
Shout out to Nipsey. Rest in peace. And until next week, I want y'all to be great.
My nigga died a couple weeks ago before Nip. So rest in peace, Los. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Los, as well. Y'all be great. It's still Wakanda.
Adios.
Baby. Boom.